Hello, Internet! Welcome, one and all. We are finally back after a long wait with the Chaos Campaign. This is episode 29. We're getting on. And we are finally back with the group Dragons Arcane. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up, Twitch?
How's everyone?
Hello.
How's everyone doing today? We all ready to play some D&D?
No.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask where Bonk was because is this the first time you're speaking in the last 15 minutes?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
I think so,
definitely not
too.
it. No.
Okay, well, we'll just get right into it, no delay. So last session, if I can take your minds all the way back, we'll do a bit of a grander recap just so that we can get an idea of where we're heading. Megaton burnt down. That happened. BV taken, gone. You've met this chick called Eula. She was a gnome who took BV. She's got some high, powerful magic. Megaton. Unfortunately, Balmazon is dead. However, the little halfling, he and Balmazon kind of know each other, and he gave you a note that said, "Hey, this is probably what the Order of Resurrection is after. Is an artifact that belongs to a piece of portal, like a large portal." So you guys had to head to Morgoth in order to find a stone statue where there's a dungeon where at the end of the dungeon is this artifact. So you have to go retrieve it so that it's safe in your hands and not just out in the world. Upon going... Oh. Did I get disconnected? Guys, my Discord just shat the bed. Yeah, let's go to Twitch. We're gonna meta the shit out of this. Oh, no internet. Oh, my internet died. We'll be right back. Alright, hopefully we're live. Sorry for technical issues. That was a thing that just happened. Can one of you guys get up the stream just to let me know if we're back up and running, please?
Yeah, stream's up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up.
Alright, hello. That was so fucking weird. Anyway, we'll just get right back into it. Apologies. Chaos Campaign, we're back. Dragons Arcane. Woo! Recap. There was BV was taken by a little gnome bard called Eula. BV's gone. Megaton burnt to a crisp. Balmazon, head of the Adventurers Guild here in Megaton, dead. Gave
Stop rubbing it in our faces.
Gave Halfling information about what the Order could possibly want. So you guys went to follow that to go to a dungeon. On the way, you went to Eiffel, a town in Morgoth built kind of on the edge of a swamp, where their main attraction is like moss bread and stuff like that. You guys met the head of security, like the militia, Sarah. The town is run by a guy called Butcher Pete, but he kind of just stays in his own hidey hole. The town is aware of the statue that you needed to find. So a guide took you there. You entered the dungeon, went through all of the various rooms, some complicated, some infuriating, some quite easy, to the bottom where you fought a giant black steel construct, which you defeated, and then at the back was a bed of marble with the floating chunk of artifact, the chunk of portal hanging there, which you guys were a bit skeptical about, and upon touching it, one of you was transported to a few different places, but then you had it. I believe that was Frumple. Did that happen too?
Wait a
Sorry,
minute.
I tuned.
Yes.
Getting the moonstone.
Believe so. Sorry?
Oh.
What? Oh no, sorry, wait, one campaign.
That's wrong camp.
I don't
Okay.
remember keeping Moonstone.
No, there's no. He's talking about a different campaign. So you retrieved it. Gimbek started dragging out a piece of this construct,
Halberd, I think.
and you. Oh, the halberd. That's right. And you guys headed back to Eiffel.
I think Maylor took a piece of the construct to like make her own, didn't she?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember being frustrated at them for trying this.
So all of that happened. You guys went back to Eiffel, where you met with Sarah and almost demanded her take you to Pete because you had some questions for
God,
him.
I remember Sarah. She was hot.
You went to Pete's, spoke to him. Gimbek very rudely destroying his front porch area, so he told Gimbek to go outside and wait. You asked Pete some questions. Turns out he's a quite powerful adventurer, but something had happened to him, so he just settled down, built Eiffel, and kind of just leaves the denizens to do what they do. Sarah kind of runs the whole show. He answered some of your questions. Unfortunately, he didn't know a whole lot about what you guys wanted. However, Maylord decided to do something, and that was try to contact Clock. Oh, Harry's got his camera on. Try to contact Clock.
Excuse me, I summoned.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah, it was.
My bad.
It was Frumples.
Frumples tried to contact Clock.
Even the DM isn't taking notes. This is crazy.
Hey, the videos are my notes, okay? While talking to Pete, Butcher Pete, a rift begins to open as Clock comes out of the portal, beaten within an inch of his life, dying. Healing spells won't work as there seems to be some sort of like very similar to what's happening with Lily going on, and before Clock dies in your arms, he says one word, Deimos, which strikes a familiar interest in Maylor. And we begin today's session at that very moment as Clock's life leaves his body after saying the word Deimos. So, Dragon's Arcane, after about a month away, what would you like to do?
So, just the body of a god, of like godlike being, like in front of us right now, right?
You have never seen Clock before as well as Shylock, so from what you know, this is an incredibly powerful being. Could be a god, but from what you've heard about the gods being locked away, probably
I mean, like
not
godlike,
god.
not really the gods. Yeah, like,
Godlike for sure.
Okay, so what does he have on him?
What?
What does he have on him?
Bruh. This dude.
Cincha Boss starts rifling through the pockets of Clock while you guys all watch.
No, I don't watch.
What?
You also join in?
Gimbek helps.
No, I start pulling Center Boss off of Clock.
We could
Yelling
find
at him
a
and-
clue about
and he
Deimos or something, okay? On him?
No, you don't need to do that.
Why not?
What
Like,
the-
what if he has something important on him about Deimos
Stop
that we don't know
rifling
about it?
through his. Stop
Okay,
rifling
fine.
through his.
Fine,
pocket.
fine.
He was
Just very
a friend.
confused.
He's not actually wrong though.
Man.
We need some information about Deimos, right?
Like, yeah.
We're
like,
not
yeah, sure.
looting.
Yeah, but
Yeah, okay.
he just
Wait.
died. You don't go through a man's pockets when he's just died.
I mean, yes, you do.
Yeah. Do you know how many?
No,
Pete,
Do you
Pete
know
says.
how many we have killed?
Pete from the Pete from the back says, "Gimbek, get out of my house!"
But the thing is, everybody has looted dead bodies.
Who told you you could come back in?
Not
You.
you can't loot a friend's
Heck.
pocket.
You know what? Can
wait,
you
What you
wait.
did with the
can
law.
you have this conversation outside of my home? He's getting blood all over the mahogany. Please,
Where are we meant to go and take our friend,
just
ma'am?
outside. Just out. Just away
Yeah,
from
I'll,
me.
I'll carry him. I'll carry him.
I give Butcher Pete the middle finger.
He takes it while like shuffling all of you out as Maylor, I assume, probably scoops up Clock as the one defending him.
DM question. I have the artifact right on me.
Yes.
Okay. Pete, we'll get out of here as soon as possible. But look at this, and I've shown him the artifact before, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
He should clock how powerful this thing is, and I'm gonna ask him. Keeping that in mind, I'm gonna ask him. We need some way to dispose of this. Destroy it, take it apart some way. Do you know anything?
The person to ask is currently in that one's arms, so I'm afraid if you want to destroy something created in ancient times, you need someone created in ancient times. If you'll now be on your way.
Well then.
Sarah is just like, Pete, you don't have to be so rude. Like, they've just lost someone. He's like, I don't care. He's bleeding all over my thing. And Sarah's just like, I'm so sorry for his stupidity and arrogance. He's like, he walks off, go grab a drink.
It's fair.
Sarah's like, I am
Get out.
unbelievably sorry.
Nope, it's his house, his rules.
I have we have a graveyard if you would like to bury your friend.
Yes, thank you.
Of course, we'll hold a
Oh,
ceremony.
they still can't,
A
Sarah.
regular graveyard to bury a godlike being. Okay, let's go.
Unfortunately, we don't have a celestial graveyard. I mean, up until this very moment, I didn't believe in gods. So this whole thing is, I'm trying to compute it, but you know, someone you care about has just died. So
Compute it.
let's deal with that. Oh yeah, that's not the right word, is it? Trying to process, not compute, process.
Gimbek doesn't know clocks, so but Gimbek is just gonna leaves from the vine.
Sarah says, okay, I'm not gonna tell. Sarah says, I'm not gonna tell Pete that you stole his kalimba, but please play it away from his home.
When did that happen? Holy shit!
He literally pulled out a kalimba right now. Harry pulled out a kalimba right now. I'm like, well, that's part of it, so he stole it, I guess.
I'm gonna run up to the door and yell,
No.
"Fuck you!" and then run off.
Okay, cool.
Sarah begins to take you all to the northwest side of town, where there's quite a large graveyard, tons of stoned, marked graves, flowers on all of them. It seems to be regularly tended, it's de-weeded, it's kept nice.
I think it's just weeding, not de-weeding.
So, are we checking out Clock's body, or?
Can do it, Sherlock, not Centribus.
Oh shit! Okay. Sure. Would anyone like to help? Centribus, maybe?
Yeah, I'll actually help.
I'll
I'll help you.
Okay.
I'll help you.
I
Sherlock.
should remind you.
I'll help.
I should remind you. Clock is about the size of a halfling, so he's not very big.
Ooh, baby.
I'm just gonna stand and watch Centribus so that he doesn't try anything.
Sarah takes you over to an area in the graveyard that there's a small area that hasn't been dug yet. She grabs a couple shovels from a nearby shed, throws one at Gimbek, and then offers I can help you guys dig the grave.
Thank you,
Gimbek's
Sarah.
already 2 foot down at this point.
This person I've ever met. What are you doing later?
Managing the town, making sure that the orc army doesn't invade us, and if they do, that the people of the city get out in time.
I was gonna say, do you wanna grab a drink?
That's very kind of you. Unfortunately, I am busy. Maybe if you come back after all of this is, I'll buy you a drink.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
You get a sense that she kind of like, she liked that you asked her for a drink.
Oh.
Gimbek gives up
So
the use of
before-
the shovel and starts
Before
using
we
his hand.
completely
hold
give
on.
up on
It's taking too long.
clock, anyone has anything like magical to do with him? See if you can ask him
Nicole.
questions or something.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
Alright.
Passenger
Oh,
bus.
oh shit! It's on the other character. Of course it is. And I rolled a nat 20. God damn it!
Oh, is my Discord
I
not
drew the
working?
scene.
Would speak with dead work on godlike being though?
Oh, what's that?
Speak with dead.
I didn't see.
I drew the graveyard. scene.
is
Oh,
it on tissue?
Wait, I can't see.
Yeah,
Matte
it's on
paper.
the here.
You did it on a napkin. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Matte
Is the
paper.
big one on the left Gimbick?
Yes.
Gimbek's literally in the middle of a hole right now.
yeah. Gimbek and Sarah are currently like digging up the hole.
Gimbek's given up on
Oh.
shovel because it's taking.
But
too
I
long.
started drawing before we started digging, so
Gimbek's digging like a dog.
Okay, it somehow it's effective. I'm not gonna make you roll for digging a grave. That seems mean.
And he's going, Earth God! That's how he
Wait,
saw
Citrus Boss, are you doing Speak with Dead?
Yeah, I could try doing speak with dead on clock. How's it right now?
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
Okay, true is not a valid stat to cast with. What?
True
What?
is not a valid stat to cast.
What? Huh?
So I have to lie now, okay. Hold on, let me just copy paste the name. Let's see if that works.
Most spells don't show up on average, so it's just like copy the spell and post it here.
Sure.
Like you did with Unicorn shit.
I have the spell in front of me. Don't worry. So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
you cast Speak with Dead, and Clock, who's been laying there very peacefully, sits up very quickly, and his lifeless corpse is just like looking around at all of you, just like
Okay,
not
I can do that.
unblinking, and is just
Holy shit! From when can you do that? That's awesome.
Yeah! Pretty cool.
there actually
Yeah.
there actually is like light in his eyes from Cinderboss's magic.
Melo freaks out. She just starts shaking and like backing up, like, what the fuck did you just do?
Hey, I can also be reliable sometimes, you know? Okay, so,
Right.
hold on, let me read the spell again.
You get to ask 5 questions.
5 questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, you can ask him 5 questions.
Okay, it's a 10-minute timer, which I'm gonna start right now.
In a 10-minute time. So let's ask now. What happened to you?
I was killed.
Killed by who?
Oh, it doesn't have to be like a yes or no question, right?
Deimos. No, it just knows what he knew in life, languages and whatnot.
Okay.
Okay.
And the
Why
art,
did Damon kill him?
why? Deimos killed me because I am a threat.
To what?
Everything.
Who is Deimos?
What is Deimos trying to achieve?
The first question asked there.
No,
was-
wait.
The first question asked there is what is Deimos, which is
No,
which is the
who
last.
is-
No, no, who is
Who
Deimos?
is Deimos?
Who
which
is
is
Deimos?
I'll
which
do you
is,
one better.
which
What
is
is
the
Deimos?
last question. Clock
Wait,
says
who is Deimos is the last question?
yes. Yeah. You've asked 5.
Shit.
That's why I said wait. That's the last question. It's the 5th one.
He says so to who is Deimos? Clock says Deimos is a being from the 11th plane who works for the gods.
That's interesting.
Wait, can you?
And he
So I
falls back.
assume his. Oh, falls back. Okay. Can you do this again? Can we ask him more?
I think so. Spell
Can I
fails
pass
if
it
the
again?
target, if the corpse was the target of the spell. Oh, the spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days.
So we had this whole fiasco with.
Oh yeah.
So that is it.
Yeah. So
Very familiar with the spell.
it's gonna be you'll have to wait 10 days until I can use it again on him.
Now Melo is really freaking out.
Montage time.
Hey.
Waiting
we can-
montage.
So what we can do is we could carry him with us while we go wherever we go next.
Carry him in a bag.
Sarah pipes up at that as she's
Whatever.
finished digging the hole and is like, "You're gonna carry a corpse with you for 10 days? Do you have any means of storing and preserving the body?"
Well, I don't.
We have nothing, but it's the only source of information we have for now, so we can't give this up.
Gimbek climbs out the hole and goes, I know! Picks up Clock and tries to attach him to his belt.
Give him back. No.
But I could just carry him like this.
No, you
how?
can't.
How do you attach Clock to your belt? I want specifics.
Okay. Okay. I will use the sheath that the sword used to be in. The little, not exactly sheath, but the little thing. I
The
used to put
the
sword in.
blood sword.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't have
Uh,
a sheath.
Okay. I was just put it in my belt. I just kind of
Just kind of
put him in my
shoved
belt,
it into the belt.
loosen up the belt a little, and just so he just kind of hangs there.
Well, we can fasten him with a rope, right? Like, take out some rope and try to get a good grip.
This is disrespectful to his body. Why are you guys doing this?
Sarah turns around and just walks away. Seeing Gimbek just completely disrespectful to this body, she's just like throws the shovel on the ground. Just I ain't dealing with that. Walks off.
We'll see you later.
Just doesn't reply.
You chase Sarah away. The only good thing that's ever happened.
So you chase her. Frumples, did you chase her? You say.
Yes.
Okay, you catch up with her, and she says, "Some of your companions just have no respect for the dead, and I'm sorry, but that really upset me. So I need to go compose myself. I'll talk to you some other point."
I understand. I apologize on his behalf, and he in no way represents me. Just so you know.
No, I know. I just can't be anywhere near that situation right now. So I'm just.
That's
gonna...
all right. I don't want to be either, but I have to be. Okay.
Well, hopefully you can be a better influence on them than they will be on you.
Because I am the greatest person there is.
I've got some stuff to do, so I'm just gonna go do that. She kind of like hurriedly walks away. You can make an insight if you want,
What for?
just to see what she's feeling at this time.
I want to know. Okay. Check. That's not my spell check.
Please get a nat 1, and then you think, yeah, she's definitely horny.
You don't. you don't know. You don't know how she's feeling. You can make an assumption based on what you've seen, but I won't tell you any insightful knowledge.
I think it's not good.
That would be a fair assessment. So you return to the group, or the group are.
Back at the graveyard fiasco, I'm gonna ask everyone. Well, if Gimbek's not carrying him, what carrying solution do we have except that?
we stay here. How about that? We stay here, find a place to preserve his body, and then do it.
Oh,
So,
I don't know if staying put with this artifact is the best option. What if
Yeah.
whatever killed Deimos can track it?
Hmm.
I agree, and I don't think we should bring it to this town. This town is not gonna last for a second, man. Look what they did to Megaton.
Then we need to find a way to preserve his body, otherwise we can't take it.
We
Gimbeck
don't
can
have
carry.
a way, do we?
How would we preserve him?
We don't have
Jelly?
a way.
We can have an ice box.
An
Put him
ice
in the
box. How are you going to carry
and
the ice
then
box?
attach
Be
it to
so
the
heavy.
horse.
The Gimbeck.
Oh yeah.
What if we construct a stretcher? Gimbeck can carry him on the stretcher. I'm
But
sure the
that's
military
not going to preserve his body.
want to preserve his body, no, but like,
I don't want to be haunted by his ghost, okay? Can we not, like, disrespect him?
it's not gonna haunt us. It's fun. He knows that we are just like, trying to accomplish what he was trying to accomplish. So
Won't he haunt you if you didn't ask him all you needed to know?
yeah, man. Whose side am I on?
I know that he would want us to know, but at the same time, we gotta do it respectfully. We can't just
He
throw
is.
his body onto a stretcher and then
He is
travel 10 days while his
currently.
body just decays.
He is currently hanging from Gimbeck's waist.
haha.
Get back.
He's just like. He's
Would you
just
please put him down?
like waist tied
gently?
to his waist, just slumped over as far as his corpse will allow.
Okay. Take him
In a
out,
war.
chuck him in the hole.
There is
He
now a
he needs-
large indent on his waist as like the skin was breaking from the amount of pressure to keep a body up by its waist. There's like abrasions on the
Get
skin.
in hole.
Put him on a
I-
stretcher. He's not gonna get destroyed that way.
There's a freshly dug grave there.
And check him in the grave.
Just put him in the grave then.
You don't.
And
have
then
to,
we can
but-
summon him. Like, I don't know.
You wanna hang around here for 10 days when we need to get moving? Hello. What was your
What
What
are
are
idea?
the two options? We either stick around here for
Hmm.
10 days or we take his body however we can.
What do you think?
Mhm.
I
We
would
can
be
take
on the
his
road.
body. Yeah, we can take his body on a like you said, on a stretcher. But can we also like be respectful about it?
Sure, man. I wasn't gonna like shit on the guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Look
You
at
do-
look at what he's doing.
You do have a horse and cart, which is currently being tended to.
God, I forgot.
Yeah, just don't leave this one in the desert.
So
on
we
its
can
own.
put him in the
Give back
cart.
to- Yeah, man. Yeah, put him in the car. Horse even.
And like, I don't know. Is there a way to
I guess
like
we're sleeping next to the body for the next 10 days.
DM,
Mhm.
just from staying, like,
maybe
general knowledge,
sleep in
do we know
In the
of any volcanoes in the country?
Volcanoes.
Make a history check for me, just Shylock.
I want us to know about volcanoes. Get. I help him.
There has been one instance. Frumples, I will allow you to assist because it ties into your character.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
There's
Is she
been
assisting or is she rolling with me?
no, she's assisting you, so you have advantage on this roll. As you two rack, you mentioned volcano, and you two rack your heads together.
I think.
Why can't I see that roll? I can't see any of your rolls.
I can't see you, Lewis or Bonk.
Oh, Sherlock, you're rolling in the Twitch gone live.
Wait.
Oh.
What the hell? When did I come here? Shit.
It's fine. I'll use that 15 because you rolled it.
Okay.
And Frenchie sent me a message on Discord. Hold on.
Look at them.
With a 15, you do remember seeing off in the distance a volcano in Rapture.
Ooh. We could meet Lily's men on the way.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
this
no,
is what I'm thinking in my head. I haven't said anything out loud yet. Yeah, I'll just say, so I think we've made up our minds to get on the road, right? Where do we go?
Where were we headed before? Yeah.
Area to get the artifacts.
I'll remind you of some, because it's been so long, I'll remind you of some instances. There was the survivors of Megaton that you guys rescued that went to the nearby town with the gnolls. They were going to Clover. Oh, that town. That town was called
Pearl, isn't it?
Pearl. No, Pearl was the one.
Pearl.
Wasn't Pearl the one that was destroyed, or is that another one?
No, this is...
No, Megaton was destroyed.
No, there was. Do you remember that? What was the one
Pearl
that
was the
Gimbeck
one-
stole
Pearl
the
was
sign
first destruction.
from? The
Pearl was the null one.
Okay, what was the one
No,
that Gimbeck
stole the sign from. Wait.
in Rapture? Do you remember that one? Can't remember that one.
Tower
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the sign.
Annoy.
No, Banoi's a region.
Tower was the one where we stole a sign.
Sour, that's the one.
Mm.
Would have thought that I would be the one remembering shit. I
Damn.
don't have a memory.
Gimbeck just had a thought. Where's Lily?
You remember that she was a few days out from Megaton before you left for... You guys have spent about just over a week since then. So it's likely that Lily has seen Megaton and then had to do something about... Well, not Lily, but... Tillian saw Megaton and then had to make a decision. But you don't know what.
We can figure it's been enough time that they'd started their journey and be at Megaton at this point.
Yeah. I think that's what Lewis is saying.
Yeah, they've seen Megaton by the time you guys have been here and had to make a decision. Whereas the denizens that went to Pearl were... Because you guys went back to Megaton to see what was left, and from there, all of those people headed to Clover.
We also lost 1 week's time in the dungeon, right?
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Three
Yeah.
total.
2
Three.
weeks. 2 weeks total. Well, 2 weeks in that had passed while you were in there, plus the week to get here. So it's been about 3 weeks.
You said we were going to 3 weeks in that. We thought it was like a day or something.
Damn, who's got the Roadrunner?
Maybe.
Me.
Yeah.
What was the plan? What was the plan? What were we meant to be doing?
What do you want to
Well,
do?
the plan was to secure the artifact,
Which you've got.
and now we decide what we're doing. So what I had in my head was, we take this artifact and destroy it if this is what it takes the Order of Resurrection to unlock the gods. If they don't have it, they can't finish their whatever the fuck their ritual is, right?
It's a
Who
good
do
assumption.
we know that's a pretty powerful person that we can trust?
Balmer. Oh.
Fuck you,
Wow.
Chris.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
Wow. Wow.
That's also why
The
you guys.
disrespect.
That's also why you guys have no sense of direction now, because you wouldn't do anything unless Balmazon said so. But now you haven't got.
Yeah,
You haven't got that
the
person.
two powerful beings we knew, Balmazon and Clock.
Both
Oh
dead.
my love, Moshin, they rude. You know.
I think we should go home.
Beyond just having powerful people know how to destroy it. we don't know any ancient people like Pete told us about, so
I
we should just
know
like
of the
throw
Earth.
this in the volcano. But you know an ancient person?
I know of the Earth Guild. They might know something. They are smart.
Okay.
Is the Earth Guild any way in any way like in the same direction as Rapture?
So the Earth Guild. Where are we right now? Are we still in Morgoth?
Yeah, you're in
Yeah.
you're in the village of Eiffel, which is west, kind of like middle west of Morgoth, which is
We kind of just head a little bit south, and we head down south, and then we'll get to the Earth Guild. Pretty much.
yeah, the Earth Guild. The Earth Guild is a. This is just a gimback. The Earth Guild is like a few days out from Megaton,
Yeah.
or the
I
remnants
thought
thereof.
it was more north.
Yeah, well, I just said a few days out. It's kind of
Oh,
like
okay.
it's kind of like northeast from where Megaton was.
It's halfway back to Megaton.
Yeah, pretty much.
We passed it on the way here. Yeah, we were like a day out. We were like a day out when we come here. I think I remember you saying
So
you were.
again,
you
two
were a day
two
out.
options. We can go to the Earth Guild for guidance, or we can head to the volcano in Rapture
I
to
will-
take care of this thing.
I will also say, just to remind Shylock, that I'm pretty sure that it was common knowledge for you that the Earth Guild might know where the Fire Guild are. So your ambitions kind of line up with.
I remember that, but I'm like, we're on a fucking clock here. These people have got to be hunting this thing down, so I don't know if we have the time.
It's bigger things afoot.
And the Earth Guild is closer.
Yeah,
I feel like a volcano is the safest in a way.
Rapture would be quite a journey from here.
Put it up to the vote then.
Sorry?
I'm just saying to the party, let's put it up to a vote, right?
That reaction for Earth Guild, that reaction for
Volcano.
Volcano.
volcano. Nilo volcano, and Shabnam for Earth Guild.
Okay. Nobody else is voting?
Oh, wait, who's the time vote? Oh, okay.
Well, you still got
Wait.
Frumple and
Oh,
Maylor
there's
to
two.
vote.
Yeah, we can't tie up over 5 people.
So I'm assuming Shabnam said,
Shabnam said Earth Guild.
okay.
I assume she gets a vote.
Yeah.
I say Earth Guild as well.
Okay, let's do that. Wait, Earth Guild is Shabnam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shabnam
Keeper.
said Earth Guild as well.
Earth Guild that is 4-2.
Okay.
Okay.
I changed my
Let's move
mind. It's 3-3.
Third option, we're going to
Wait.
boys.
What was that thing that we were laughing about when we were playing that Jackbox game? That Aaron said.
Fire.
Bullfire.
Oh my!
So,
Wink
Why was
wonk.
that so fucking funny?
Wink wonk.
so stupid.
Oh, and wink wonk, yeah.
That was not even fucking funny. Like, what the fuck?
Thank you. So
Bonfire. Wink wonk. Ha ha ha. Top tier comedy.
French is just how he lost.
The best way to make people laugh, pee pee poo poo, you know? That's it. That's how you make people laugh.
Just fart into a microphone and that's it.
Yep.
Don't tempt me.
Don't do it.
Alright. Earth Guild it is. So you guys want to go to your horse. Some provisions are actually given to you. About a week's worth of supplies. Just for your travel. It's mostly moss bread. As it keeps for quite a while. But you're given some provisions. they give some hay for the horse, whatever the horses eat. And
Golden apples.
is there any and apples? Yeah, sure. Is there anything you'd like to do in Eiffel before you leave that you haven't already done?
Really, I mean, this place doesn't really
Yeah.
have much, does it?
No, there's not a lot.
Take a last look at the sundial, the monument of Eiffel.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's go look at the sundial, everybody,
It's
and
currently
look at like.
it's currently 2 p.m.
Oh, that's too hot.
Let's fucking move.
You know what? Melo could use a nap.
Nap on the car.
Yeah, nap on the road.
Ew.
Next to Chloe.
Is everyone meant to have a long rest?
No.
Plus,
So you guys are
Crumple's
bringing
got the date. So doesn't.
you guys are bringing Clock with you, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So you put like a sheet over him, put him in the back of the cart next to some provisions, respectfully. And you begin making your way as Maylor climbs into the back and tries to nap next to
Oh, shits.
a corpse. And you
It's
guys,
not like she hasn't done this before.
you guys start heading towards the Earth Guild. Everyone can take a long rest now as we move into about 3-4 days travel.
Nice suit. I was gonna do GLR again. Oh wait, that is what I'm
That is
the
correct.
command, yeah.
Okay, shit, okay, yeah. I was about to do that again, the right
Oh.
thing.
And then Harry wrote it in chat
In caps as well.
in caps.
I'm rolling right now.
Good rest.
I didn't even write it properly as well.
God, Bonk, did you see Sama's tweet about us?
No. What did she
Oh,
say?
Can I send it here? It's
Okay.
really cool. It's really cool, actually.
Sure.
Playing D&D.
Can I send it in?
Just
Mm,
send
I'm not
it
gonna
wherever.
Oh, made me sad.
Are you gonna send it?
Oh, okay.
What is happening? Okay,
You sending it?
there you go. If someone wants to
Oh, okay.
follow that, oh, there you go.
It's a tweet about us. It's very cool, though.
Good picture.
Is it just a picture I sent?
It's a good picture.
Nice.
That's a nice picture.
Oh, love the sword.
This was a nice picture.
I'm so intrigued by what's in the right hand corner, like right upper right.
Yeah, what's
What
that?
is that?
It's a game.
The cleavers?
It's a game.
The what?
It's a game.
Red balls. The
Think
red
so.
The
balls.
Mancala. Mancala. Have you never
heard of
played it?
Never seen or heard of it.
It's a, like Indian and
Um,
African game, and like the
Yeah.
Maldivian version is slightly different. It has like 8 holes on either side instead of 6.
Okay. How do you play it?
It's complicated. We're not going to waste your time with that right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Right.
Alright, then.
Right,
Let's continue D&D
let's
then.
continue
Yeah.
doing what we're coming for. So you guys travel 3 to 4 days, and as Gimbek actually leads you, you start to get to a like not a mountainous region, but like a hills biome.
They said she liked the iced tea.
Oh.
I'm sorry. But yeah, please continue.
Bonk made the iced tea.
Takes you
Yeah, it was amazing.
takes you to like a hills biome where there's lots of caves and hidden areas. Alright, and now I need to get up the Earth Guild shit. If I remember where I put it. Guilds. There we go. Okay. So Gimbek takes you to almost like a foresty area around this like big hill. And there's an entrance to the cave that's unguarded, but it's like heavily shrouded in shrubbery and various other like plant life. Gimbek takes you through. There's enough space for the cart to fit, as the floor itself is actually walked on. It's nice and flat and sturdy. He begins to take you through, and you come into almost like an underground town. Yeah, temple town thing, with a temple in it on the far side. This hill is essentially like a gigantic hobbit hole. You know how like the hobbit homes in Lord of the Rings are built into small mounds and stuff? This is like that, but in the scale of like a hill. And upon walking in, Gimbek, you recognize a whole bunch of faces.
Hello! Hello! I'm back!
Yeah, people start running up, like small children are like, Gimbek! And they give him a hug. One comes over to you, you recognize her. It's an elven woman in like thick dark green robes with like flowers and moss like woven into her hair that's like kind of dreaded. She's got very sleek facial features. She comes up to Gimbek, wraps some vines around him and pulls him in for a hug. Gimbek, you know that this person as Canon Marza.
Okay. Kanan.
Kanan.
Oh,
Hello, Kanan!
Gimbek, it has been far too long.
Oh, that reminds me!
I run. No way, I think I have some on my person. I get out a little bit of moss spread.
You have to try this!
You've been to Morgoth?
Yes.
Oh, I love Eiffel's famous moss spread. She takes a bite, starts handing it out to some of the children, gives off like a big bit to a family so they can share it. Beautiful.
I invested.
Thank you for the gift. I'm glad that you put your money towards them.
It's good.
So, Gimbek and Entourage, what can I do for you?
Let me introduce you to everybody.
What's gone on? Sorry, it's just my screen went blank then.
So this is Shylock. Shy guy.
Hey there.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
He
Nice
is
place you got here.
Thank you. Yeah, you start to look around. There is no torchlight. It is all illuminated with magic and like glowing mushrooms and stuff. All of the like buildings are kind of shack-like, and they're made out of vines that have been like magically woven into structures, except for the temple. The temple itself is made of stone,
White marble.
which is a stone.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm very excited.
This is from Pose. She likes me a lot.
Hello, Frumbles.
Alright, so
And this is Shabnam from Pose sister.
Shabnam just says, "Hi."
the resemblance.
I can.
They are related by blood.
I can see that.
This is Maylor. She likes sex.
Excuse me.
Damn.
Very good. It's
And
a
this is
pleasure to meet you, Maylor.
and this is Sentry Boss.
It's my pleasure entirely.
Oh, sorry.
And
This is Sentry Boss. He likes money.
Hello.
hello.
I'm Kimber. Wait. Sorry.
And we know who you are, Gimbek, yes.
Sorry, Kaden.
It is good to see that you have remained big and strong and healthy. I hope that you've been eating your greens.
And my browns.
And you, well, no, don't eat your browns.
Oh.
Has he been eating dirt? Because we tried to get him to stop that, but he believes it brings him closer with Earth.
We have no control over what Gimbek does.
Yeah, we've learnt that ourselves. What brings you back here, Gimbek?
We have some things.
Would you like to come to the temple to discuss some things?
Yeah, can we fit the cart in there?
Oh no, the cart will have to stay here.
Okay, there's someone in there that... Does someone want to take over?
Sorry?
Does someone want to explain? I'm not very good at explain.
Charlotte, it's your cue.
Well, are there like any village elders maybe?
This person. This is the village elder.
Well, I'm not. We don't have village elders. I am head monk here. There are three of us.
Well, I just, you just look so young. I would have never assumed.
That's very kind
What
of
happened
you.
to the fourth one?
I'm 150 years old, so that's very kind of you.
Gimbek's head goes down and he walks off. I'll be back in a minute.
We are looking for some way to dismantle or destroy a very ancient artifact we found. Because if it finds its way into the wrong hands, it could literally be catastrophic.
Interesting.
And before we go on about the subject,
yes.
Please keep it close to the chest.
Then we shall head to the temple to speak. What was that in the cart that Gimbek spoke of? Said you had someone in there?
Well, it's a... Are we telling her? Yeah, we'll just tell you. It's a deceased ally, but we need to... Well, we're storing his corpse for information.
And how are you currently storing his corpse? May I have a look? She walks over to the cart, sees just a blanket over the corpse, pulls it back, and there's just this waft of rotten that comes over her, and she kind of... I see that you have made no preparations in storing your companion.
Yeah, we're very ill-equipped for that.
But not many people are. However, I do know a thing or two, and she casts that pristine spell. It doesn't reform, it doesn't mend. It still smells rancid, but it will for at least another day. It will delay the decaying. What was that spell? Gentle Riposte.
Gentle Repose.
She casts it.
Does that work for a day or 10 days?
Was it a day? Was it 10 days?
10 days.
Okay.
Yep.
Then for 10 days. Now, if you'd like to come to the temple...
If only we had a Terran in this campaign, right?
If only we had a Terran in the other campaign. But he's gone! Anyway.
Gimbek starts wailing.
Would you like to come to the temple to discuss with the other head monks about this matter? Also, will one of you kindly go and gather Gimbek? I'm sure he's just entertaining the children, but I'd like him to be here.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Who wants to go and... Okay. Whoever goes and finds...
Milo.
Whoever goes and finds Gimbek. Gimbek is currently...
The whole group does.
Okay. Gimbek is currently standing... No, he's kneeling, head down, Head down, hands on the ground. He's over a tombstone. It's covered in vines and various flowers and moss, and Gimbek puts his head to the ground, touches his forehead to the grave, and
as you guys walk up,
I'm gonna like, as an aside to the monk, I'm gonna ask, whose grave is that?
that was Gimbek's teacher, Ezra Platini, my friend. He is, as you can tell, no longer with us. Kind of wait a moment. Gimbek, can you finish?
Gimbek gets up, turns around, and he's still covered in tears and snot and okay.
You see Kanan replace the flowers on the grave with some new ones. Shall we head to the temple, Gimbek?
Okay.
Okay.
How do you spell that name, by the way?
Kanan.
Kanan?
Kanen. And then it's Mazra.
Okay.
Mazra.
It feels so weird to hear that name. It's so similar to mine.
Yeah.
Kane.
Yep.
Kanan. And then the deceased monk is Ezra Platini. Ezra. Platini.
Shit.
Kanan brings you over towards the temple, where you meet with two other head monks. You meet with a dwarf female and an orc male. And Kanan introduces these two as the dwarf is Sabine Tenon. And this, points to the orc, is Galbog. And they both give like head nods. They're both also wearing like the deep green thick robes, which seem to be like a symbol of head monk here in this guild.
Gimbek hugs both of them.
They hug back, happy to see you. Galbog actually says, "Gimbek, it has been too long.
Galbog.
Come here." Big hug.
He has a friend, Cowbug.
What's Galbog? Galbog is actually like a 5'2" orc. He's very short.
Sure.
And compared to Gimbek, he's like, yeah. Just the size difference is quite funny.
Kanan brings you guys over to a small altar. That is, it's not like a concave or anything to put stuff in. It's like a flat altar with a symbol scratched in of the Earth Guild, which is like kind of like a tree of life thing. She brings you around it and says, "We are free to speak in here if you would like to."
So I'll tell the monks we just met about the situation, and I'll ask them again if any of you know any way to take down this ancient artifact. We're all ears.
Is the Kanan pops up? Is the artifact a stone?
I'll show them.
Make an insight check as you pull that out.
See if it actually is stone. Damn.
Okay, you don't notice anything. So you pull it out, and she says, "Okay, I had something else in mind, but I'm glad that it's not that." Oh, that. Never mind. May I look at this? May I inspect it?
I'll give it with a little bit of hesitation. I'm just watching.
Okay. Her and Sabine, the dwarf, look it over. And Sabine actually says, "Right, this is this is ancient stone. I don't even know what the make of the stone is. That structures made of this would at least be 2,000 years old, which puts it at the time of, it puts it at the time of the Great War, pre-God. Whatever you have here seems to be some kind of portal. I would say, based on these inscriptions and these runes, I would say it's some kind of portal. What do you think, Caden?" And Caden looks over it with some kind of magic and says, "There is definitely some conjuration magic within this. You wish to destroy this artifact, you say?"
Yeah, so they don't have the opportunity to use this to teleport anything.
Do any of you possess the power of a god?
Well, no.
Make a
I
deception.
don't think so. At least I'll look around.
Make
the party.
Make a deception check. Actually, I feel like you probably believe that.
Deception? Yeah, I believe that.
She's gonna make a roll then. She's gonna make an Arcana check. DC 10. That's a nat 1.
No,
Well,
suddenly Gimbeck.
Very well. You would need the power of a god in order to destroy something so powerful. This was created before modern times, meaning that whoever did create it was extremely powerful. How much do you guys know about the ceiling?
It's up.
not much, except that it was done.
So, in the time of the gods, there was a big war. It's called the Great War. It lasted for a millennia, and to end it, 30 mages cast a ritual beyond any power that has ever been seen since. Spells, and she pulls out her grimoire and she shows, so you know how the mechanic of like level spells,
Yeah.
that is actually a factor of your grimoire of like level, and she shows hers, and there's a single level 9 slot on her grimoire. She says, back in the time before...
Is this Sabine or Kanan?
Canaan.
Kanan. Okay.
Back in the time before, there was only a few 10th level spells.
Dialogue is losing his mind, which is like, the best I know is 4th, and there's better than double that? What the fuck?
The 10th level spells were lost when the gods were sealed, and it's one of these 10th level rituals that were used in order to conceal the gods into stones. This portal, I believe, is made of some similar magic. It wouldn't need the same magic in order to reactivate, but it would need the same level of magic to destroy.
Level of magic.
So throwing it into the volcano probably wouldn't work. Huh?
You were gonna throw this into a volcano. No,
We have to destroy it.
I'm terrified that would set the volcano
Cutting out
off.
Lewis.
Am I cutting out?
Okay.
No,
No.
It's pausing. It's just pausing.
Yeah, Kanan is figuring out what to say. My apologies. Can the rest of you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's just the pauses making you seem like you're cutting off. That's all.
Right. Yeah, she says that she's worried that if you did that, it would erupt the volcano.
Good thing we didn't go to the volcano then.
Hey, as long as we're saving the world, am I right?
To protect the world from devastation.
A small price to pay for salvation.
Within our path.
Protect the world from devastation, we just devastate Rapture.
Do you have a plan besides trying to destroy it, or may I suggest another plan?
Sure, go on.
Like we said, we're all ears.
Have you heard of the island of Fenef? It is to the
Enough.
It is to the
Fanif.
Fenef.
Yeah.
Fanif.
Freddy.
Fanef. Fanef. God damn it. Fanef. I know it's a funny word, but come on, just move on.
It's only funny because it's new.
It's to the east.
Funny where they're from.
It's Thanet, but
Oh, yeah,
with
China.
F's instead of T's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why? It's an island to the east of Kanto. There you will find another piece of the artifact.
So we gotta collect all of them then.
Well, where did you find this artifact?
What is this, Inuyasha?
Where did you find?
We found this one in Morgoth.
In what circumstance?
It was in some sealed dungeon.
In a dungeon.
Yeah.
This artifact that I'm sending you to is not in a dungeon. It is in the care of someone incredibly powerful. My advice to you would be is to give up your piece to them.
We trust this
What?
person.
They belong to the 13, so yes.
The who?
The 13. You've not... Well, I'm not surprised, actually. They do like to be secretive. But Gimbek knows of the 13.
Gimbek knows of 13.
Our master belongs to the 13, the Earth Mage.
Who are these 13? If you don't mind explaining.
I unfortunately can't tell you much about the organization, as our master has deemed the information not necessary for us, which we care about life and its protection, so we don't push too far on political views. But what I can tell you is that the 13 are a group of very powerful mages who are trying to protect the world from what you are. Which is why one of them is in possession of the artifact.
Is the Master of the Fire Guild also part of the 13?
Yes.
Let's see how this works.
However, their locations are unknown to us. Our master has been gone for quite some time. He is a human. The Earth Mage is a human who I have known for about 100 years.
And we're positive he's on Fenef still?
And we're positive he's not...
That he's on Fenef? That he hasn't relocated or something?
He is not on Fenef, no. The person I'm sending you to is the Ice Mage.
Oh, okay.
I'm just telling you where I got my information from.
Okay. The Ice Mage.
Yes. She lives in a tower in the mountains to the northeast called Flaming Cactus.
Oh god, that was mine.
That was, yeah. You will need to, when you arrive on Fenef, you will arrive at a port in the city of the Republic of Dave.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Go.
To the south, on
We
the
made it, guys.
to the south, on the other side of the island, is a small town called Minion Lane.
Hey.
Hey! You're ticking all these off.
I'm taking them all off. I had to refund Bitch Boy because I was like, that's not going anywhere in this campaign.
Minion Lane, let's go.
So yeah, if you head to the Republic of Dave, they'll be able to direct you towards Flaming Cactus. Or FC for short.
It's such a great night.
You'll probably be able to get a boat at Megaton.
Megaton! is-
I assume you haven't heard about Megaton then.
What has happened to... We hardly ever leave the cave.
So you should really get out more often.
Megaton has been burnt down and attacked.
I am truly sorry.
Megaton was under siege by an army of orcs from Erons.
So you
Am I
guys
saying
need
this
to
right?
somehow.
I'm afraid we don't know anything about that.
If you had a better postal system, you would have.
And why would we need post?
Postal system.
Things like this.
Oh,
You know, to protect yourself.
we remain protected through our secrecy.
And we found you.
You followed
Vic,
Gimbek.
Loudmouth. He's a loudmouth. He's been telling a lot of people where to find you.
No, I haven't. I've just said as the Earth God. And Earth Guild. I haven't said where.
Well, if if this is everything,
I guess.
you're welcome to stay with us.
Speaking
for
of,
Oh.
Speaking of guilds, some kind soul told me you might know where the Fire Guild is.
Oh, we don't have a lot of contact with them, but we do know their location. Funnily enough, you actually mentioned it earlier. Well, providing you knew a different volcano.
What?
Wait,
Really?
what?
Wow.
There's
Fire
a
Guild is at the volcano in Rapture.
in Rapture.
Eve-
In Rapture, that's
Oh.
right.
Either way, we would have come across one of the guilds, for fuck's sake. We would have gone the same
Come
direction.
The Fire Guild has been there the entire time you were in Rapture.
Hey, and I came up with the volcano idea on my own. I really am Fire Mage. Let's go.
Huh.
It's amazing stuff.
However, the volcano is in the opposite end from where Fanef is. Fanef.
Yeah. Guess we've got another choice, guys. Man, we're just running past these choices, aren't we?
I mean, this was the easier route.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're looking at it like that, Fanef is closest. It's just like a day on the water and like another week walking, whereas the volcano is probably about 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, and plus,
Know of another portal town? Except Megaton.
Megaton's not a port town. You just might have been able to buy a boat there and then had it like carted. It would have taken a real long time, but Clover is kind of near. It's not really near Fenef, but it's kind of near the ocean. You would just have to get it through to the mountains. There isn't really a port town.
There isn't a port town.
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's worse
So-
than I thought.
Yeah, so our only option is to buy a boat and drag it through the continent to the coast and then get to Fenef.
Correct.
So it's gonna be a hard journey, man.
Sure, we can find a ferry out, right?
A ferry? What's a ferry?
Okay, there's no transport. There's no regular transport to find that.
No, why would anyone need to leave their homes?
Really fucking boring.
I agree.
No, life is great here. We live under the light of...
Back. You go. You
What do you mean you
came adventuring with us.
Yes.
Do you like
You-
better? Stay here and travel with us?
You guys are my home.
Oh my
Aw.
god.
That's very nice, Gimbek.
I love you.
I love you.
I think it's up to you, man. Okay.
Hug.
Yeah, they hug. The other two head monks hug as well, the group hug.
Oh,
They pull away. You
My
see,
libido is going down as we speak.
you
The
get
whole time Layla's friends in here, she's like, this shit.
it's so like zen, and none of them seem to have
Yeah.
any drive at all. Like everyone's just like, we just kind of live, and it's just all peace and happy, and we eat mushrooms that we find in the cave. Like,
no wonder.
Layla wants to start an OT and corrupt them.
For fuck's sake.
I think they're okay now.
Horny
Maybe
Horny stick bonk.
Shylock maybe if like fire mage, but if I Sav was in this world, I would be part of the Earth Guild. Just kind of live, you know.
Well, I actually feel like Shylock himself is more Earth Guild. He's just got fire powers.
Didn't ask for them.
Yeah, it just happened to me.
You're welcome to
Did anyone?
stay with us. We can set you up with some hospitality before you travel.
Did
Okay.
any? Did anyone realize?
Maybe we
the
spend
names
the
of
night
these
and head
guys?
out tomorrow morning.
What did you say, Harry?
Did anyone realize the name of these guys?
No. What?
No. Okay. It's just because they're Star Wars characters. Anyway, okay. Come and look at Gibbek's room.
Okay.
All right, so
What the
you're
name again?
Kanan.
I started
I think it's Kanan.
conversation with Kanan.
Kanan, Sabine, and Galbog.
Sabine is like a normal name anyway, and I didn't even register the other one.
Okay.
Uh,
So
Maylor,
ma-
can you make a perception check
Yeah.
while walking through?
okay.
DC 10. Okay, you didn't
Wow.
fail that bad. So while walking through, there's this big like dome shaped building made of vines and some bark. Here's some strange noises coming from it as you walk by.
What's happening there?
Gimbek, you were told because you're innocent that that's just called the Hug Den.
Okay.
Oh no!
The hug den, you say? I'm
These
gonna
motherfuckers have a
go.
hug then.
You guys follow along. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Maylor, having learnt nothing from her vision, walks over to the Hug Den. It's somewhat soundproof, but not very, but it's tucked away from like the rest of the town as you guys walk to Gimbek's place. You walk in, it's just a giant orgy room.
Of course they don't
Why
leave
did
this
you
town.
put
They have
an
a
orgy-
hug den.
Why did you
Giant
put an
orgy
orgy room in my home?
Have you ever been to a Stoners Festival? It is a fucking orgy. Smuggler's Fest is just drugs and sex. That's what I picture this place as. They're just so zen.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No.
no,
It's
they're
like
right.
have you watched The Witcher?
Nope.
Anyone here watch The Witcher? that scene where Yennefer just like mind melds everyone so that they just start having like really like wavy sensual. It's not like when you walk in this place, it's not like everyone's raw dogging everyone. Like it's very like sensual, very loving, very like everyone dancing and like just stark naked groping, everyone sharing, everyone dudes are kissing dudes, chicks kissing chicks. It's just be free, man. Just like don't the contents of the body is just not meant to be concealed, you know. Maylord joins in, I assume.
Yeah.
You have the most excellent time you've ever had in your life. Everyone's like so passionate, and like when you're done, people listen to you as well. Like everyone's like cuddling and like they listen, and it's just really nice.
Fade to black.
Fade to black. So the rest of you watch Maylor go off and not learn her lesson, and you come to Gimbek's old room. Gimbek, if you'd like to describe what it looks like.
Gimbek's old room. Gimbek's room is a lot tidier than you can imagine. It's everything is very neat. There's lots of wood carvings of different things, mostly of himself. Those were given to me by the people around oh look, there's a new one. They were given to me by my family. So everyone here is my family.
Cute. Wait, I'm not that.
No.
And all there is just a pillow and a sheet on the ground, and covered in just.
There is a bed.
trees
There is a
running through.
bed though. There is a bed though.
There's not a bed.
There is a bed. It's just the sheet and pillow are not on the bed.
Okay. And it's very integrated within trees, and there's like tree branches growing through the walls, and there's a nice window that's not just open, and you go, I wonder. He runs over to the window. Hello. And a little bird comes and says hello and then flies off.
Flies off.
This is my room.
Awesome.
After being here for about an hour, you're starting to understand why Gimbek is the way Gimbek is.
Yeah. Very minimalistic. I like it.
Okay.
There is not enough room for all of you to sleep in here. Gimbek takes up most of the room.
That's why Gimbek sleeps on the floor.
I still remember being given other rooms. Like, we just came here to see Gimbeks, right?
Yeah. I was mostly telling Gimbek that.
No. You guys sleep here in my room with me.
Thanks.
After a couple minutes, someone comes along and shows you all to a bunkhouse. For mostly the children, and they're just kind of like the children have been moved to go and sleep with, somewhere else. So you guys have this massive bunkhouse all to yourself. You guys get some rest.
Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna go to the entrance of that little place, the mound, right? I'm gonna put the alarm down. Just as a precaution, because last time we went to sleep in a happy place, it burned down in the morning, so pretty rough. Pretty rough.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys go to sleep.
Gimbek wants to talk to Kanan.
Okay. Yeah, you find Kanan just mingling with the crowd.
Kanan.
Hello,
Can I
Gimbeck.
talk to you
Of course.
privately?
Sure.
Okay, go off. When I was in Rapture, I went to Rapture, by the way.
How, how is it? Still a desert?
Sand.
Lots of sand.
I saw a green star.
Oh. Was it leading you somewhere?
It seemed like it, yes.
You were always blessed by Earth, and I believe that Earth was showing you the way.
Okay.
You have an affinity
Thank
with
you.
our God. No, thank you for being a part of our lives. You seem to have been chosen for a reason.
Okay. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Good night, Gimbeck.
I love you.
I love you.
Bye.
Hug. Go back. Alright. You guys are asleep. Shylock.
Oh no. Wait. Give me a minute. I just ate something really spicy. I'm losing my mind right now. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
That's actually perfect because you wake up in the same hellscape fireland that you found yourself in the night before Megaton burnt down.
No.
So let me know
Wait,
when you're
this is-
ready.
What the fuck?
Let me know when your mouth is cooled down.
Fuck you. Don't you dare burn my fucking home down.
I'll do what I want.
Wow. What a fucking dick.
I have to create a story somehow, Shana.
Oh god, I'm also like on Stardew Valley so that I can kind of concentrate on without getting distracted. Mayor Lewis looks like he's peeing in his garden.
I need to wash my hair.
I need to... You know what? While we've got a minute, I'm going to check if I've been paid yet.
$.
September, congrats.
Yeah, it's the 12th, which means that Twitch should be
12th
paying.
is the day.
Twitch should be paying me. Let's see.
We'll be getting you
Nope.
SFE in soon as well.
Still haven't been paid. God damn it. I'm broke.
I reckon you'll get your SFE before you get
Yep, before I get my thing. Yep,
Twitch.
guaranteed.
I thought you were waiting for your student finance.
No, I have earned a fuck ton of money thanks to the kindness of Harry, Storm, and Zach.
Fuck, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
And Ducker.
this month, and Ducker. Can't forget Ducker. God rest his soul. No, joking.
Oh my god, don't do that.
Excuse me.
It was a joke. I was joking.
I'm sorry, what?
What? I didn't say anything. No, yeah, I don't really like talking about the whole money thing, but I'm just so happy with it.
Oh, you didn't say anything.
Well, I just said it now, didn't I?
Yeah, Shiner.
Sorry, I don't know
Alright, I'm
why.
back.
I don't know why today I woke up and chose violence. I just did.
Honestly.
I just did. I apologize. All right, you wake up.
I drank some milk.
Okay.
Sit.
I don't know if you have enough milk for what's about to happen.
Come on.
You wake up in the same fire hellscape where just the ground is just an amalgamation of fire. You're freely able to move and talk and interact. However, the shadows that used to surround the entire horizon aren't there. All that is there, besides from that, is a shadowy figure about 10 feet tall, roughly 200 feet in front of you.
10 feet tall, you said?
Yes. It's a thick, dark shadow.
I just see like a silhouette, no features or anything.
Yeah, you're too far away to make anything out.
Now close the distance.
As you walk 10 feet, it walks 10 feet towards you. And when you get about
if I move my hands, is it mirroring me?
No.
Okay.
As you get about 100 feet away from it, you can see more details. Hellish black armor in like a deformed paladin style with a gigantic shield and a giant longsword made of like the same demonic metal with like red indents in its armor. Soulless black face behind the helmet as it walks towards you. You get an overwhelming sense of fear and terror as it steps now 90 feet. 80 feet. Would you like to do anything?
Do I feel my powers?
Yeah, you got everything.
I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast. I'm not gonna fire it. I'm just readying it in my hands and I'm walking.
What is the trigger for this?
If it attacks me, I suppose.
Okay, because if you're gonna say if it seems hostile,
yeah.
it seems hostile.
Seems hostile.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to know what this is before I do anything.
70 feet. 60 feet. At 50 feet, it raises its sword behind its head like that. 40 feet.
I'm gonna point my hands forward and I'm gonna say, "Who are you?"
20 feet.
That's such white boy shit.
10 feet.
Oh, God. I fire.
Make an attack roll. You have to make 2, right?
Yeah, true.
Back.
Soul, give me advantage. No. Do I have a fiery bird on my shoulder?
Soul is there.
He is.
He is there.
Oh, dang. Okay. I'll take advantage on the first one. 18.
An 18. Roll your second one. And a 28. And then that's plus 8 damage, right?
Yeah, plus 8.
You fire.
No, both hit, right? Both hit?
You fire to like fiery essenced eldritch blast as your grimoire hangs and you're engulfed in your fire.
Also gonna use repelling blast to push him 20 feet away.
This creature raises its shield in time to catch the first one, but the repelling blast knocks it out of the way for the second blast to hit it in the chest as it skids to a stop now 20 feet further away from you. Because it's 10 feet per repel, right?
Yeah.
20 feet away from you. It stands back up and just continues to walk again. With
I'm
its
gonna
shield
start walking
raised.
back with it. I'm not walking towards him anymore.
As you start walking back, it picks up speed. As you, I assume, get faster back, almost now running away from it. It goes into
again.
It goes into a full sprint as you throw 2 more Eldritch Blasts at it. You get advantage on the first one, so I'll help you.
Really copy this.
20. Roll again. 25.
You should just permanently have that copy.
You fling 2. He glides one off the end of his blade and it goes into his leg as the other one comes for him and smacks him in the shoulder. And in that moment, he appears right above you and cuts you in half as you wake up in your bed. However, when you wake up, the alarm is going off. And you wake up kind of like eyes hazed, like what the fuck is going on? And in the far corner, you see a 10-foot tall shadow stood staring at you, shield and sword. As you rub your eyes to try and figure out what it is, it's gone.
It appeared.
Gone.
I'm gonna run to where I put the alarm.
Who can hear this alarm? Is it just?
It's just him. Yeah,
It's
it's
me.
like a beep beep in his head. You run out. You realize it's the morning. Everyone's got a long rest, but I don't think any of you need to take it. You run out to the front. You can see. Make an Arcana check for me.
A sentry boss needs to make a long rest. And that's the only one.
Oh yes, yeah. Sentry boss, take a long rest. 11. Something tripped your alarm. Now make an investigation check. Something tripped your alarm.
I'm gonna have Soul help with the investigation.
Okay, yeah, you have advantage. Something tripped your alarm, but not physically. You can tell magic set off your alarm. As we wait for Avra to catch up.
Okay.
18. Based on what you can see, you look for any physical tracks. There are none. And you start piecing things together. And you realize that whatever you just met set the alarm off on purpose to draw you away. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Away.
Need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit! Are people out and about at this point in the morning?
It's
Or is it too
like
early?
It's like crack of dawn early, so there's no one within eye shot. Need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna add my what do you call it? Dark ones on luck to this.
Okay.
20 total.
Do you know what bowlers are?
Boulders?
Bowlers. B-O-L-A.
Oh, bowlers. Yeah.
A pair of them come swiping at your feet. They catch onto your feet, but you feel an omnipresent come over you in that moment as your dark ones purple flame incinerates the bowlers. As you are not caught, you weren't able to see where they were coming from. You just saw a split second, holy shit!
Didn't see where they were coming from.
Nope.
I'm gonna back myself into a corner and just ready an Eldritch Blast if I see anyone who would attack with Ebola. And I scream out, "Hey guys! I need some help here. We're getting attacked, ambushed."
You guys can't hear that, but an adult comes up to you and just has a wooden club in their hand. Just says, "Where do they come from?"
I can't tell. I didn't see where they come from.
Okay, I'll stand guard here with you. We'll get them. Don't worry, we'll get them. A minute passes. 2 minutes pass. 5 minutes pass. Nothing seems to follow the bowlers. You, with an 18 investigation, you getting out of that trap seemed to have scared them off. Their whole trap was based on you getting
bowlers on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not a blower. No, bowler. It's like 3 rocks tied to a string, 3 individual rocks on strings tied together and thrown.
Pictures.
Yeah, now I've seen it actually spelt. I know what it is.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, nothing seems to follow it, and like I said, you assume that it was most likely the bowlers needed to connect in order for something to happen. But the omnipresent feeling that you got seemed to stave that off.
Oh fuck. The person who's beside me, I assume he's some kind of night watch or something.
Nope, he's just some dude that was in earshot when you called for help, and he's just like got a club, just like, yeah, I don't think anything's coming, dude.
Right. You saw the bowler, right? I have the bowler to show him. Somebody attacked me.
The string of it is burnt, so that you just show him 3 rocks, and he's just like, there are tons of those around here.
Fuck. And I just walk off to my room.
Okay, so we're not in danger anymore? Oh, he's gone. You go back as everyone starts, like, getting up, and you kind of sit on your bed, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? I'm not even gonna, like, try to rest anymore. I'm just sitting in my bed all cautious and shit, like, am I tripping? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, you guys awaken. I need Maylor to come back. And I need to pee so bad. Okay, you guys just... Okay, yeah, we'll do this. I just need to pee, I'm so sorry.
Just go, why did he wait?
No idea. Anyway, stream, how are you? Okay, let's do this. So, basically, that guy was a guy, and he was a shadow, and he was a guy, and
Hey,
Sherlock was like, "Hey, that's a guy." And yeah.
That's Dave.
So, if you want to see more guys, come and look at the other guys. So, the plan is to go to Fanif, and kill this guy, and we're gonna steal the moonstone. Sorry, and we're gonna steal the artifact, and we're gonna take the artifact. And this artifact is we're going to track down the other ones, and then we're going to bring back all the gods ourselves, and then let there rain destruction upon this world. Sound good? Sound good?
Some motherfucking wizard in that fucking order is sending simulacrums on me, and I'm not loving it. No.
You
This
sure?
is not okay. That's gotta be what it is.
I don't reckon.
There's no other options.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, that's better. Maylor and Gimbek, I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
Just 1 point of order. Did I use the Dark One Stone Luck after I got a long rest or before?
After, because you woke up and now we're in that day of you using it, so you've used it.
Got it.
Gimbek, you feel a bit weak, but you're able to stomach it. Maylor, you need to eat.
Yes.
You need to eat, and you are surrounded by hot, steaming bodies. People sleeping after the night of fun, and you need to eat.
Uh-oh.
Is there what name was it again? Kanan?
No,
Is he around?
the head monks aren't around, and Kanan is a female.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll just grab somebody. Yeah.
Oh, everyone's passed the fuck out, so you bite. And
Yeah.
Yeah. You do that.
That.
You feel refreshed, and your hunger is satiated, as you are now awake, thinking, maybe I should go see my companions.
Yeah. I haven't seen them the entire day all night. So. Yeah.
The rest of you, Gimbek, you wake up in your own bed. The rest of you wake up in the bunkhouse. You wake up, look around, you see Shylock already awake, looking somewhat concerned. As Gimbek, you prepare for the day. But at the moment, it is just Frumples, Shylock, Cintraboss, and I was going to say BV then, and Shubnut. Yeah, and Shubnut.
That is not in this scene. It's just Gimbek getting up.
Well, Gimbek gets up, starts to get ready, but the rest of you are there.
Just there.
Nothing that you'd like to do or say? You see Shylock looking kind of worse for wear.
Yeah, that basically. Good man. Hello.
He's just so silent. He's
he's muted.
I can't deal with this. Oh, I guess it's Gimbek's time
He's
to tell
stupefied.
his routine.
That's what it is.
So Gimbek gets up.
He needs him in. Okay, we'll do Gimbek then.
I can give you a minute.
Yeah, fill him in.
Gimbek gets up. Gimbek goes for his drawer. He finds his toothbrush. It's the same toothbrush he's had for years. He brushes his teeth and just kind of spits out the window. Oh, sorry, birdie.
Did he leave his toothbrush behind when he was traveling?
Yes, I think so.
He's got two. Yes.
He's got two. Doubtful.
He just left his toothbrush behind.
Literally every time he went out of town, Harry forgot his toothbrush.
He puts it back on. It's so hard to remember these things. He puts it back on the side. You stay there. I need to keep my teeth nice and clean. And goes over and looks at all the new wood carvings that people have just come in his room and placed whilst he's been gone.
Some of them are of the birds that you know. Some of them are of you. Some of them are of Ezra.
Does he know each bird by name?
Yes.
What, considering he named them.
Most of the birds.
Gimbek named the birds, so.
And he gets one of Ezra, puts it in his pocket to keep for safety. I'll stay with that. Looks around, combs his hair, and realizes he hasn't got any hair. So he walks outside and goes over to the grave. Has a little prayer at the grave. Oh, Ezra, how I miss you. Kisses the grave. And goes and gets some hearty mushroom breakfasts. I still have to waste time. He catches up with a couple of the guys his age that he used to hang around with. Believe it or not, there was this one. Wait, is that going to be back? Okay. That's it.
I didn't want to cut you off, so I sent text.
That's alright. I was just filling the time.
Gimbek does a morning ritual he hasn't done for a little while. But Frumples approaches you, Shylock, and asks if you're okay, because you're kind of sat there, not looking too great.
You were not responsive, so like, hello, and I were like, well, what is going on? And then Gimbek decided he had enough, and then started his morning routine.
Well, Gimbek didn't wake up with you guys.
Alright.
It's all good. Gimbek slept.
I just didn't say anything. I didn't say anything for 15 seconds, and then I start. I think I'm fine, but I think I got jumped in the night.
What do you mean?
It was about half an hour ago.
Oh, it's okay. It's very okay.
Yeah.
Just oh wait.
It's very.
I got jumped a little while ago. Yeah. There was some shadow creature thing. It's right on my bed. Woke me up and followed it out, and somebody threw something to catch me off guard. I managed to stave it off, but I don't know where it came from. Who did it? I don't even know if they're still here.
Since boss,
Is anything about it familiar?
Since boss, you hear all of this too.
Okay.
What did you say, Shanna? I couldn't hear you.
Was anything about it familiar?
No, I don't. Have we ever been attacked by bolas before?
The only thing of that was familiar was the hellscape plane that you were in.
Yeah.
But that was it.
It wasn't I the one who went there before.
You did see a plane of fire, but the plane of fire that Shylock saw and remembers was when Megaton got attacked. Right before that, he was in... He had a dream of a hellscape flame.
Who was this talking about? That teleportation from the stone?
That
the
was...
mind vision.
That was a place of... You saw two places. A place of fire and like a place of clouds.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
I think we're being followed, or maybe somebody tracked us here somehow.
I'm putting the people here in danger.
If they were, I don't suppose I would be the one targeted.
Would you be targeted?
I suppose we just have to keep our wits about when we head off today.
Okay. Alright. Who would like... Do you think the people who attacked Megaton, they tracked us there? What happened?
Well, I'm kind of afraid. I mean, I don't know if Megaton was all because of us, because they couldn't have taken. I mean, they obviously corroborated with someone on the inside, like we talked about with that.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
So does this mean like any time
you go the traitor? Yeah, maybe the fucking mage that took away Blackveil is trying to hunt us down now.
Maybe. Wasn't she just after Blackveil?
Maybe she sees us as a threat because we know what they're doing.
Possible.
And technically we have something thereafter. So it's not entirely impossible that they don't know that.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Which you have lost 2 weeks in that in that cave.
You mind if we take a while before we head off?
Sure, go on. Whatever you need to do, I guess.
I use something I need to recuperate. And I'll take a short rest and recover my dark ones.
Okay.
Wait, how many days has it been, like, can we do the thing with clock?
It's been about 4 days, so you've got 6 more to go. But for the next 9 days, Clock's body will no longer deteriorate. So you could probably get 1 more, 2 if you want to talk to like a rotting corpse.
If I do prestidigitation on the corpse, will it take care of the smell?
Yeah.
It's the only thing you're worried about. No, clock.
We can manage the smell.
Well, you don't worry about Clock waking up in a rotting body. You're worried about the smell.
I don't think it's actually him, air quotes. It's just Centrobus's magic telling us what he knew. I mean, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I don't like the smell either, to be honest. Didn't make it very easy to sleep. It's hot.
Maylor, you walk into the bunkhouse.
Sorry.
Is Gimbek's place like close to our bunkhouse?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this town's not very big, but yeah, it's nearby.
Okay.
Do I sense that Shylock is upset?
No, now that he's kind of spoken about it, he's kind of back onto his.
I mean, we're all
logical-
kind of in the middle of talking, so I suppose she knows something's being talked about.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that Sherlock has a face of concern.
I'm not upset or yeah. When she comes in, I'll just say, "So, how did your night go?"
Wouldn't you like to know?
If you want to share.
I don't really.
Well, let's just say it's for grown-ups.
So why would you?
I mean, to be honest, I'm a fucking 16-year-old half elf, and that's literally a tenth of my life. So it's like talking about sex to an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
She's not wrong.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be coming back here. Definitely.
It still exists.
Yeah,
What do
about
you
that.
mean by that?
I think we're being tailed because someone
for
jumped
fuck's
me a
sake.
while ago, just after I woke up.
I cannot have one good night, can I? Just wow.
Well, I think one good night is all you can have, because we're heading out today. I don't think we want whatever else is following us to stay here.
Yeah. Let's go.
Well, Sherlock wants to spend some hours recuperating. Gimbek, you finish your morning ritual and you find the guys in the bunkhouse just resting. He knows.
Hey, get back.
What are we gonna do?
Almost got a face reveal there, goddamn.
Never.
Where are we going? What are we doing?
We'll grab some chow and head off for Clover, I suppose.
Okay. Gimbek. Gimbek will have a shower at the waterfall. I imagine there's a waterfall here. that people
Sure.
shower in.
Why not?
There's already a sex house.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
Yeah, and natural washing
Sure,
as well. That makes
Sure.
sense.
But yeah, I was just thinking buckets of water. But sure, yeah, there's a small waterfall
Where'd you get buckets of water
and a
from?
small river.
Well-
They're in the hills by it. There's a river.
A
Yeah.
watering hole.
The watering
Yeah, well,
can.
watering. Yeah, there's a small river that runs through the town that starts at a small waterfall that enters like the
Did you
hill.
say that there's a hot springs?
There's not a hot springs. Maybe you want to go to the volcano.
Right,
When you said like just buckets of water, I was just imagining some clerics doing create food and water,
Yeah,
just making everyone's bath water.
yeah. Druids also get that spell.
Oh, Druids, right.
Druids get it.
Yeah. Gimbek will go around everybody and say goodbye individually.
Okay, that takes up a good portion of the 4 hours that you need to spend.
Bye. Love you. Hug.
But you prepare yourselves. Some time passes, comes close to midday, and you're ready to leave. Where do you want to go?
We're heading for Clover, right? So that direction.
Ah,
What just happened there? Oh, it was Shana. We should follow the coastline and find our boat.
Can we do that? Follow the coastline to Clover?
Yeah, you can follow the coast to Clover.
Yeah, let's do that.
We could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Just maybe chance upon some nomads with a boat.
So you guys begin heading. It's gonna take a week to get down to the coast. During that time, I need Malor and Gimbek to make another Constitution saving throw. This is about 4 days into your travel during the night, and I assume you guys have got people on watch as well, like all through the night.
Yeah, and I do my Liamon's tiny hut every night we sleep.
Cool.
This is happening all the time now.
Malor, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw, please. I think she's doing something.
I am. Oh wait, that's another phone.
Hey,
Oh, did you do it?
almost.
Sorry.
Close it up.
My keyboard isn't working on my. Excuse me.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, lordy.
ew. This
This-
is not my day.
The sun is irritating, and you have a pain in your teeth, and you need to feed. But the only people that are around are your companions, and everyone's beginning to wake up.
Can I try finding animals? No.
Make a
I don't
survival
want to
check.
drink from my friends.
Challenge family, fucking hell.
Make a survival check.
My god, we are like the vegetarians of vampires. Wow, nice.
22. You find
Yeah.
you find and manage to snatch up a little rabbit and drain it, satiating your hunger, but it's not the same.
Good enough. It's fine.
But you're good for now. However, the daylight is starting to irritate you.
Oh, we haven't invented sunscreen yet. So.
Gimbek, you're totally fine.
Gimbe.
I'm just gonna. Can I? Since I have some like clothes in my gear, can I take one of them and like drape it across my arms? And my arms are the skin that's fully exposed right now, right? Like my
Yeah,
my
and
legs
your
and my upper body
and your face. Yeah, but your arms and your
and my
face.
face. Yeah. Okay. So can I wrap some clothes around my arms now? And,
Sure.
Like,
Sure. Yeah, it does like stop most of the irritant, and it's not painful. It's just like you can feel it, and you're just like meh.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Cool. Do you? I assume that you clean up before you return to the group.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you clean up, return to the group. You guys find it a little bit strange that Malor, first thing in the morning, just decided to run off into the woods, but you know, you're a weird group of people.
Just give what she was doing.
No, Gimbek, you have no idea.
Cool.
You don't even know what's happening. Malor, I feel like, is starting to get some sense of what's happening because things are happening to her. And
It's
you would have learned about
detached.
this from
Yeah.
the fear cult.
But she's kind of like very detached to it also
Ripping
to
t-shirt.
like keep herself from freaking out. She's like, not right now, we got bigger problems.
Okay.
Let's just get through this.
Can we see that she's having trouble? Like, is this a daily thing or is this once in a while?
Once in a while.
So it'd be pretty hard to notice, I suppose.
Yeah. It's just like a strange phenomenon. You're just like, wow, we're a weird bunch of people, so you know,
Yeah,
Gimbeg,
she just gets hungry in the night sometimes.
Gimbeg eats dirt. You know, it's just
Night snack.
Nilor fucked his or wanted to fuck his mum. You're just a weird bunch of people.
not unconvinced.
Why the fuck did you use both my characters?
Because you have weird characters, okay?
Yeah, that's my
Don't
thing.
make weird characters and then complain to me about it. All right, you guys continue on heading towards the coast, and
I
after
like how he's annoyed about this, like he didn't make up those character traits.
exactly,
No. Yeah. No.
you guys travel for a few more days, and you get to the coast. You find a way down the cliffs to bring the cart, and you get onto not a beach because it's not really a beach from this part. It's just like waves lapping up on the cliff, but you find a path that goes all the way along the cliff edge. You guys walk for a few more days. Get back Maylot. I'm going to need you to make Constitution saving throws. And Shylock, I'm going to need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Boy, oh boy, what is going on here?
0. What
That's
the
a nat 1.
Also, I'm just gonna remind everyone that we were gonna do the Speak with Dead on the 10th day.
Yeah.
We'll say that day is after this. Actually, no. It would have been before this. So we'll do our rolls, then we'll speak with, and then we'll fast forward to this. 21 and 24. Okay. So before all of this, comes the 10th day, which is like 4 more days of the gentle riposte, where since your boss, you are able to cast Speak with Dead.
Yes. Can't cast it on Discord.
Don't worry, because we're gonna fast forward a few days, so you'll get the spell back. Cool. You cast it, and in the back of the wagon, Clock's body sits up lifelessly, just staring at all of you.
Where is BV?
I don't know.
Well, there goes one question.
Not too bad.
Um,
Where is Deimos?
Wait. How? Yeah. Let's go that one. The where one.
He looks at you, Shylock, and just says, "You know."
Shylock.
Could you? I don't know what he's talking about, but could you spell out where Deimos is for the others?
I can. Yes.
Well, shit. Fuck you, Cruz. How do you get him to say this fucking thing? Somebody else asked him that question.
Question?
And if he says, this guy knows, I'm gonna punch you.
What question is it?
Please spell out where Deimos is.
Just stares at you, since that wasn't a question.
Fuck this shit.
What realm is Deimos on?
All of them.
Fuck!
So he's omnipresent.
Was that a question towards him?
No, I'm just telling everyone, so he's
He is
omnipresent.
omnipresent, right. You got one more.
How are you?
Oh my god.
Dead. Falls back down.
For fuck's sake, came back.
But wait, he says I know something about this guy.
Make an intelligence check, and I'll give you a clue if you beat a DC of 10.
Alright. Hey, Dark One's own luck, baby.
Okay. Oh, since you're using that... Ooh. Well, let's see if you get a 6. You need a 6.
6 or higher. Ah, that's not even 50-50. Ooh.
You think, you rack your head, you're like, where would I know? And then this, like, voice in the back of your head that you've only recently started hearing, like, just says one word. Well, it says 2 words. Ask Maylor.
Been hearing voices in my head.
No, this is the first time that you've heard it. But, like, having having someone, some, like, omnipresent, like, creature, like, take over and help you with stuff has only recently been started happening. Right? This is, like, you haven't been using Dark One's own luck for too much, right?
Yeah, only has 6th level. I'm gonna turn to Maylor and I'm gonna ask her, would you... Is Deimos some character in the Cult of Fear, maybe?
Is he?
Maylor, make a history check. You know who he is. I just now want to see how much you would remember. So even if you get a nat 1, like, I will give you information to tell. I just want to know how much. A 3.
Oh my
okay.
god, that was the challenge.
I know nothing.
Okay, no, you do.
Does somebody have guidance or some shit? Like, please, help the woman.
Okay, so all of this information, I assume that you're going to tell Shylock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll just tell you from Maylor's own mouth. Deimos is a champion of fear. He's a creature of old, considered to be not quite an overlord, but not quite a messenger like Clock. Deimos is a servant of overlords, if you will. He is a dark knight in demonic black armor with a shield and sword. And he can travel wherever the fuck he wants. That's all you know.
So I hear the description, demonic armor, shield and sword, immediately make the connection.
To the shadow guy.
Yeah. I think I saw that guy in a dream. Maybe even after I woke up from it.
We need to leave.
How would this dude find us even? What is going on?
So,
And I'm going to try something here.
okay.
Okay.
What? Oh shit, I can't try it now. Shit, sorry. No way. Move on.
Okay, another day passes, and I'll let you try your thing. Oh, hold on.
No.
We lost friendship.
I was actually thinking of a 5th level spell. So,
Oh, okay. Alright. Is there anything more that you want to discuss on Deimos?
what do we do about some shadow dude hunting us?
Feel that he is hunting us. I feel more like he is mocking.
If it's a dude made of shadows, won't light defeat him?
Maybe. But, well, in my dream, he was standing in the middle of a fire. That wasn't enough light.
He feeds off of the fear that you have. So maybe that, Shylock feared that, this town would burn down.
Oh shit, that is so insightful. Fucking 8. Damn. So we have to not be afraid of anything anymore.
He's like Freddy Krueger.
That's a tough job.
It's Freddy Krueger.
That's a tough job.
Take some pills to not be afraid, and he goes away.
Yeah.
Can we all become Gimbek? That would help.
I don't think Gimbek is unafraid.
Has he ever been afraid of something?
Yeah.
I remember him being afraid, but I can't remember of what.
Same.
Okay. We now fast forward to those checks that you guys made.
Right.
Gimbek, you pass your check. Totally fine, unaffected by whatever it seemed to be
I have no idea how.
trying to ail you. Shylock, you do feel something try to invade your dreams, but your own will means that it doesn't. You're able to just completely push it to the side and it doesn't affect you.
And we've even had that talk about not being afraid, so I'm conscious of it.
There you go. Works perfect. Maylor.
Yes.
You wake up, hungry as fuck, and now, while in daylight, you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
But you need to feed.
You becoming a vampire?
You need to feed. And you're on the side of a cliff. There's no wildlife around. The only things that are around... And you need to feed now. You can't wait 5 minutes. You need to feed now. And the only people that are around you are your companions and the horse.
Don't we have food on the cart?
You do. You have a lot of moss bread, but that just seems disgusting to you at this time.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Okay, guys, don't freak out. Whatever I'm doing right now, and whatever I'm going to do right now, please stay back. Do not do anything.
You're not gonna give us any further information.
I cannot right now. It's nothing bad. It's not. I'm not gonna kill anything. Just give me like 2 minutes.
Whatever you're gonna do, you need to do it now.
Okay, so I go up to the horse and then you kind of start biting it.
You sink your teeth. So you remember last time I made you do this, I said that you had, toothache?
Yeah.
You have full-blown fangs now.
Oh.
Holy shit, she is becoming a vampire.
So you bite onto the horse, who kicks, neighs, and is terrified of you. As you grab onto it and start drinking its blood, it's trying to shake you off until you're satiated. You let go, and the horse is just kicking and rearing, trying to kick you, but it's still attached to the cart, so it can't get its full movement. This horse is terrified of you now. As you pull back, mouth and jaw covered in blood, completely satiated. You're the light is less effective, but you still have the disadvantage on ability checks while in sunlight. You feel like if you had human or mortal intelligent blood, that might you could feel like that would have a stronger effect, and maybe the effects of being whatever you're becoming would be null and void.
The power of Christ compels you.
But all of you watch that happen.
What the fuck,
Oh,
Maylor?
Okay.
quickly, bring out the cross.
Do you take anything weird at that sex then?
Hey, it's been happening for a while. I just didn't want to freak you guys out because it's gotten really hard for me to just do it in secret.
What do you mean?
She wants to fuck the horse.
No.
That would be a good conclusion for Maylor. She probably does.
Bestiality, that's the final stage.
Okay.
Just before that is necrophilia. He starts looking at Clock's body like...
Yeah, this.
Oh no. We're carrying a cross. Oh, no.
So now Mabel is conflicted. Does she go with that she wants to fuck the horse thing, or
No. That I assume that conversation doesn't. Well, Gimbek says that. Oh, you're now thinking, does Maylor say, as like a try and divert from me becoming whatever. I just want to fuck the horse. Oh right, okay.
Wait, the
Yeah,
vampire
that's
is undead,
not what I
right?
need.
Yeah.
That's
Try to beat the third undead. No, no.
that's up to you.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Be a little grown. You know what? That could have been me. I could have wanted to fuck up, but I don't. So I am becoming what you would call a blood connoisseur. He
Why?
doesn't want to see vampire.
Who here would know? Cintrabos and Shylock, I think, are the only people that know the term vampire. Frumples, you don't, just because of your like sheltered upbringing and.
You mean I traveled around a lot?
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a part of your life. Yeah, I guess maybe in some like you know what, make a history check for me. Gimbek, you two, because you travelled. Both of you make history checks. See if you know. Maylor, you know a lot about vampires due to
She is one.
the cult of fear.
I have my channel divinity ready
Okay.
just in case.
Both of you have heard. Yeah, everyone's heard of vampires. They're just like not like a massive thing, you know.
Yeah.
They'd just be like old family tales that people tell their children, like, better eat your vegetables or a vampire will kill you. Like, fuck, mum,
That is
Jesus
exactly-
Christ.
That is exactly my exposure. My mom probably told me some stories about vampires or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But yeah, what do you all want to do with this new information?
Have we ever, like, in our knowledge of vampires, have we heard how people become vampires?
Yes. You know what, actually, make a history check.
I know how to get rid of one.
Make a history check. And Cintrabos, because you're a cleric, make a history check as well.
Religion. Oh.
No, make a history check, because I want to see if you paid attention in cleric school.
Cleric school. Awesome.
Well, that's how you become a cleric. That's how you become a cleric. 13.
13.
Go on, you're the last one to have a history. Oh no, wait, go on.
With a 14, Shylock, you know that being bitten by a vampire does it, but you didn't roll too low. So I'll say that not every vampire can infect someone. There's a specific like level of vampire that you have to be in order to infect someone.
What about Shabnam?
Cintrabos, with a 13, you vaguely remember like your cleric teacher being like, right, if you ever come across a vampire, they are undead. Remove curse doesn't work because they're not cursed, they are undead. So, if you
undead.
So, if you ever want to treat someone with vampirism, and that's where you tuned out, you were like, I'm never going to use this.
Vampire.
I love that.
Shabnam
That actually makes sense, though. Like, why would people assume they're gonna meet vampires?
Yeah, especially Cintrabos, who's like, I'm here to make money from healing people. Tell me how to do that.
Become a doctor.
I did not say that.
This dude was out to monopolize the healthcare industry before America.
Shabnam doesn't know.
I'm gonna start my own business on there. Come on.
Alright.
There ain't no free healthcare.
Wait, Maylor, so you've been secretly drinking blood?
I mean, is it so different from eating normal food in secret?
Yes.
Well, it's different in that vampires usually like blood a lot.
Well, I haven't bitten, but most of my like participants will be linked.
Could you be a horse?
That doesn't count.
Maylor,
It's a cat.
Maylor, make a deception check, and anyone who wants to make an insight check can.
I'll assist Frumple if she's trying.
Okay.
I'm trying.
All right, then you beat it. Yeah, she's lying. You know she's lying.
I've got a question. Right, this is out of character right now.
Okay.
So I was just looking up like about vampirism in the Indian stuff, and like it says kill it and then return the character to life.
So
Really, is that how you do it?
So I have my own vampirism stuff. Okay. So
All right.
don't look at shit online and try and metagame your way through this.
No. I'm not
Right,
going to do that. I'm just looking
motherfucker.
things
Hey,
up.
look, you're on the edge of a cliff.
haven't-
A rock underneath your foot could easily slip. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Threatening us?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
threatening you.
not gonna Google metagame, but I know Bonk and she likes Twilight. Is her skin twinkling in the light, in the sunlight?
Not yet. Not yet.
Holy shit!
Come.
She's on her way to it though.
God, really?
Hey, she was like, I want to be a vampire. I'm like, fuck, okay.
This was her idea.
This,
Yes.
okay, this is a metagame now, but I'll allow this one because it's clearly, it's purely contextual. Do you remember in Rapture, before you guys, like, invaded Fike?
Mhm.
That's when it happened.
Oh.
Fucking ages ago. It's been a very...
What happened before we invaded Fike?
Wanna elaborate?
You guys made camp, and there may have been a bat that was just like, hey, you look tasty.
Oh.
And so Maylor was like, it bit at Maylor's ankle, went to fly away, but Gimbek was on guard duty. So Gimbek was like, I'd like to just throw something at it, see if I can kill it. Motherfucker rolled a nat 20. So he knocked it out of the sky, went up to it and was like, DM, I drink its blood. I'm like, great, now Gimbek's a vampire too? Fuck. That was
No, just why I eat it.
It was
Ozzy Osbourne.
oh, that's it. Yeah, you eat it. Like, fuck. Okay, it was just supposed to be a passing thing for Maylor to get what she wants. Now Gimbek's a vampire.
Holy shit.
Holy shit! We have to deal with 2 vampires.
well,
Yeah,
well,
Gimbek's a master vampire. No, you've never said
Gimbek
that.
has been rolling very high in his Constitution saving throws, so he
You guys
is
don't know that.
he is currently unaffected. Yeah, that was a huge metagame, so you can't use any of that info.
yeah, I know.
Oh, question.
Is
Do I
Gimbek
still...
a vampire because he ate that vampire?
No, you're infected by the same bat.
Oh.
You're
Okay, so
both
do I know of cleric school how to keep vampires away from me?
garlic.
Alright. I need to buy some garlic. I have enough money now.
That's not true. The only way, like, is the turn undead spell. But that isn't like a permanent thing. That's just if any vampires are coming to attack you, use turn undead. It will make them temporarily run away from you. But it's not a permanent thing. You don't know of any permanent way to get a vampire away from you other than to just kill it.
Alright.
And remember, you guys don't know Gimbek's a vampire.
Yeah.
Oops.
Wait, so we have an omnipresent Shadow Knight hunting us, and we also have a fledgling vampire.
Look, okay. Look,
Boy,
if
we
you
are
guys-
not meant for this fucking artifact, are we?
Come on. I can help you guys. You know?
Oh.
If I just get good at being a vampire,
Get good.
then I could
You
make
stay away
it as
from me.
fun.
I like cover up my neck just in case.
Saying. If
So-
if you guys just oh come on. So if you guys just let me from time to time feed, we wouldn't have a problem.
Oh, I love this.
So we have to make sure to hunt some animals and drain the blood. Got it.
Well, technically, animal blood doesn't really do it for me. So
That's all you're getting, Maylor. Make a compromise, okay?
I'm trying to make a compromise. I bit a fucking horse.
A horse.
I could have bitten you, but I didn't.
You don't get congratulated for that. I'm sorry.
You should
Not
thank
biting is a
For
given.
my kid.
you should thank me. You know. Oh, why's that? I could have killed you. What?
Didn't though. Hey, give me your money.
Come on,
Give me money.
guys. We've been traveling together for what, an year now? Maybe more than that.
No, it's coming up to about half a year.
Oh, okay.
Like winter is like ending and spring is coming, and you guys started in summer.
Okay. You know I would never kill you guys, right?
Wait, did you say winter's coming and ending? You said winter's already been over.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
like
another winter.
it's like transitioning.
Okay.
It's still cold
Right.
as fuck.
It's going into spring.
Yeah, it's still cold as fuck, but
The path we're traveling right now is not very foresty. We're not seeing a lot of wildlife.
oh, there's no wildlife. You're traveling like on the edge of the cliff to follow the coastline.
I guess we should go a little
You
more
guys-
inland.
I need human blood or any kind of other
Sleeping with
Intelligent
his
life.
armor.
blood. Otherwise, I'm just going to go on a killing spree or like a feeding
Maybe
frenzy.
okay, maybe when we like kill bad people, then you get some blood, okay? Otherwise, you have to make do with animal stuff.
And I get the money.
Fine.
Oh, I've missed playing this game. I was looking for boat. You don't see a boat.
Or I do see a boat.
I can't believe we're negotiating giving up our blood to Maylor. What is going on, man?
Hey, weren't you starting
Anyway.
a blood business?
Sorry?
Weren't you starting a blood business somewhere?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, that's
That
out.
was actually,
That's out of the campaign.
that was actually
Yeah,
quite.
yeah, that's a little.
You started.
That's just
your
my
Uh-huh.
thing.
You started your blood business like it was like the session after me and Maylor Gimbek and Maylor.
Yeah, it
become
was very,
vampires.
very close.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are we having a break soon?
Yeah, we can take a break soon.
Yeah.
How soon?
Well, when do you guys want to
I mean,
take a
should we
break?
take it now?
I think we should take it down and then, yeah.
Okay, we can do that. Should we say
about 15 minutes or 30 minutes? I don't
15's good with me?
know. Okay.
All right, cool. We'll take a 15-minute break and then we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, Twitch. See you until then.
Yeah, we might be dead when we come back.
Yeah.
Someone drank our blood.
Oh, we also have music. We also have music for the break, so enjoy that. See you in a bit.
Oh, what's
Ooh, I want to listen to you.
Alright, hello, and thank you for waiting. Hope you enjoyed the music. I enjoyed it. I sat there listening to it. It was nice. Before the break, the group had discovered that Maylor's a vampire. And that whole spiel. So, yeah, we come back at our moment of Maylor being like, I need to eat people. And you're like, you can eat the people that we kill. These birds are going crazy. Parakeet, shut up. I think they're parakeet, whatever.
What did I do?
No, parakeets. I think they're
Oh,
parakeets.
Harry, shut up.
No, parakeets. They are going mental. Jesus Christ. Stream, if you
They're
can
your
hear...
birds.
If you can hear... Yes, they're my bird. No, wild. Just like wild.
Okay.
They like the tree opposite my house. Alright. What would... how would you guys like to continue? Century Pass. Travel, divinity, turn undead. Do you do that? Or is that a joke?
It's just a joke.
Just a joke. Okay.
Might do it later.
Plus 5 reach.
If she starts going down, he's gonna turn undead. There,
Okay.
and that's it.
Is there
Yep.
anything further that you'd like to discuss about this, or...
I guess we just move on, mouths agape, horrified.
I am staying far away from Mela.
Come on, you guys. I just need one bite. That's it.
I'm staying even further away from Mela.
I bare my fangs at him.
Down.
One extra feet further away from Mela.
Vic and Cameron, and now Sentry Boss and Mailer, same dynamic.
I see a pattern here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do they
I don't
also-
like this pattern.
Does Cameron like money?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not as much as Interval.
Okay.
Interval is like, you know.
Yeah,
Mm,
some
mm,
of Cameron's love is going to like confectionery, so
Oh, yeah.
Interval is like Mr. Krabs, you know.
You know, it offsets the money thing a little bit.
yeah.
Alright. You guys just want to move on?
Brother.
Yeah.
Okay. The horse is not willing to move until Maylor, like, walks ahead a bit. So you guys figure that out, and the horse is now terrified of Maylor. But you guys managed to calm it down enough to keep it moving. You travel for... Yep.
Can she get onto the cart without the horse noticing?
You're on quite a narrow passage, so no.
Okay.
You guys travel for 2 more days before Maylor, you become hungry again. Gimbek, I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You're just trying to get me to fail it, aren't you?
To just start, I don't think you're gonna fail it, but enough time has passed that the infection is now starting to take place. Yeah, nothing happens. Maylor, you do need to feed.
Guys.
Inside check on Mailer to like see if she needs to feed.
Well, she's talking to the group out loud.
Oh yeah. Okay then. I'll keep my channel divinity ready.
I'm getting kind of thirsty here.
Drink my blood.
So we have been looking for animals to feed Mailer this time. We didn't find anything.
Not made of guns.
So one of you has to, put out.
Offered.
Shit.
I think Frumples offers.
Okay. Okay, then I go up to her and be like, so, I can feed off you, right?
I don't think we should be indulging this, guys.
Do you want me to go into a feeding frenzy and kill all of you?
Careful, she might have sex with you.
Have sex with your corpse to feed you.
Okay. So I feed from Crumple.
Okay, two things worth of note here. One, tiefling blood. It's like spicy food, you know.
Nice.
Like there's like a burn as it goes down, as it's like really spicy. Like you drink and as you come away, you burp and a small flame comes out.
She's had
Nice.
before though.
Yeah, but she didn't like feed as a vampire. She just like satiated a small hunger. This is like now she's feeding, which leads me on to my second point. Frumples, as she's feeding, you can feel yourself just become weak. You gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Do I put that on the sheet?
In the conditions tab on D&D Beyond. But I think it just means you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until you take a long rest, so we'll just try and remember that.
But like this, Maylor doesn't get like that. This gets...
Oh,
Can I like go to sleep now?
This is as you guys wake up.
Go back to sleep, you mind?
Frumples, you climb onto the cart, begin to take a long rest again. Maylor, since you are fed on a mortal creature, you are not affected by the sun.
Yay!
Nice.
So feeding will stop. Sorry?
Well, let it be said that I don't care about this dumb fucking team.
Yeah.
As you lay down, you're
I
like,
think we need
I
a
don't
druid,
care.
guys. We need to find a druid. We conjured animals.
Yeah, conjure animals. Get rid of the vampire.
That 3rd level spell will solve any problem.
It will solve and
Alright, so you guys continue on.
Yeah. How far along are we now?
You guys spent about a week. At this point, there's a rancid smell coming from the cart and Frumples as you lay down to go to sleep. It just... Oh, it reeks. And it's coming from the blanket.
Prestidigitation, if she tells me.
Okay. Well, you can smell it, for sure. You can smell it.
Okay, yeah. Prestidigitation. I'll take care of the smell.
Okay. Yeah, you take care of the smell. Make it smell nice. Frumples, you're able to sleep. About 4 hours later, as you guys are continuing your journey, you see a beach begin to open up, and a way down to the beach.
each episode.
Or you can continue along the cliff.
Is there a boat?
Make a perception check.
All will help.
Alright, you roll with advantage.
Fuck.
You can see some kind of wooden structure.
There's a boat.
Let's go check it out.
Alright, you head down to the beach. The wheels kind of get stuck a little bit in the sand, but you know, the horse pulls it along. As you guys walk up to this structure, you do in fact see a longboat, completely abandoned, and there are like spoils of like rotten food and a couple of corpses half buried in the sand surrounding one end of this boat. The other end is kind of like in the like wet sand being lapped at with waves.
What were we gonna say? Anything to loot?
There's just rotten food. There's a couple of like poor conditioned weapons.
Any
Jewelry, like coins.
Make a perception check. Since your boss, also make a perception check, individual. And you, Frumples. Since your boss, you don't find any gold. Frumples, you find a silver ring with a small ruby in it. Looks like it might be worth a little bit. And you
I
do
don't sense any magic from the ring.
no magic from the ring. With a 19 on the side of the long ship is a insignia carved into the wood with initials that are TROD.
Not initials again.
Republic of Dave. Okay.
It almost perfectly spells out the Republic of Dave. Yeah, TROD.
Public of Dave.
Centribus, you want to ask these guys how they died?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll cast speak with that. All my yeah.
One of the skeletal, like half-rotted corpses begins to animate and come to life as it stands up, head crooked to one side, just staring at you with light in its eyes.
All right, ask away.
What killed you guys?
Bandits!
How long ago was it?
Don't know the day, so don't know.
Oh, shit! Hit
Makes
him!
sense, yeah.
I hit him!
What else do we want to know from these guys?
What's your
Okay.
name? What's your name?
Leo.
No.
So they were on the ship. Maybe we could ask like where they were going or something. Or how did they get tagged?
Are these questions you're asking the group to refer, or...?
Yeah, I was just like, tell the group like we could ask these questions or something.
I thought so.
That's what killed him?
Yeah, we did. Bandits.
Right. How they got attacked?
I mean, we could ask if there's like something we need to know before we get to the Republic of Dave. Like,
Yeah, let's ask
if
that.
we need like passports or some shit.
Do we need a passport?
I don't know if any of you know what a passport is.
I'm just thinking of like generic entry documents into a new country.
Well,
not
you've
specifically passport.
you've never
Yeah,
needed
you're right. It's a republic.
you've never needed entry documents so far. Like the Adventurers Guild card just kind of shows people, hey, I can get a job done, but that's about it. You've never, like, to enter Clover, you never needed, like, hey, I'm a denizen of Kanto, you know?
Okay, so let's ask them. Will an Adventurers Guild card be enough to let us into the Republic of Dave?
All are welcome to the Republic of Dave.
Nice place.
Is that 3?
I think that's 4, right?
Is that 4? Okay. So you got 1 left. I like that you're putting more thought into asking a random skeleton on the beach rather than an ancient being.
We had too many questions there, and we don't have enough now.
Fucking 3 of them were wasted.
Also, there was like a lot of emotion attached.
Okay.
That Shylock was
Oh.
sitting with him or Gimbeck.
I didn't hear half of what you said. What did you say?
And none of you even met Clock, just me and Melo.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Okay.
Do you have any gold?
Yes, as it falls back down.
Okay. How many corpses are there?
It's like 5, 7, 6. We'll say 6. Split the difference.
I'll go to the next corpse and cast speak with that.
It gets back up. Ah.
Right. So, do you know where the gold is?
Yes.
Can you point me in the direction of the gold?
I can.
Where is the gold?
On the boat.
It took
On the
us
boat.
3 questions. 2 questions.
There's enough corpses, okay? We can ask more.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Let me think. One more
Man,
question.
looting the dead isn't enough for you. You have to get their help.
You don't
I have a
think on
question.
your own.
I have a question about our newly acquired vampire problem. Is there enough wildlife on the Republic of Dave?
Enough. I don't know how someone
What
would
do you
answer
count
that
enough?
question with no, like, I guess they'd just be like, sure. Instead of that they say lots of fish.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Eases my mind a little bit.
How do I get to the gold?
You find it.
For fuck's sake.
No, it's on the boat. We'll just search the boat.
I am
It
going to
collapses.
tear
Search
this,
the boat.
I am going to tear this boat apart until I find the gold.
We need the boat. Don't tear it apart.
I'm not yet. I'm just gonna look around first. If I don't find it, I'm gonna tear it apart.
Seems fair, right?
Yep. Okay. You know what? I'll cast another speak with that for you guys. Which one is like the most important looking dead guy?
They're all in various states of like, make an investigation check for me.
Like I would assume someone like wearing like better armor or whatever, wears something to identify that they're like captain or something.
Imagine he rolls well and just finds the gold.
I should also
Just stops.
I should also mention that this is not a ship. This is a longboat. It's one deck. There's no underneath. It's like a Viking ship. Singular sail, but mostly like rowing. And it definitely with a 17, from the size of the long ship and how many bodies you see, there aren't enough people to man this vessel like properly. And again, with the 17, you notice like some of the debris heads off in a direction as though someone possibly took people away.
We can see trails.
Yeah, but like too much time has passed that it's not. You can't see like any drag lines or stuff. It's mostly just like, someone was rooting through a bag or something. They were just throwing junk out in a direction, leaving like a trail of debris, not like drag lines.
Okay. Yeah, I'll share this info with the group, I guess.
Yeah, when he points it out, you can see.
I'll send out Soul to follow the tracks, inform me if he sees any bandit camps or some shit.
Okay, Sol takes off. Do you guys wait?
I would suggest waiting because if we find bandits, we can get mail or food without sacrificing trouble.
True, and I'm not gonna do it every time. Oh my god.
How much longer do you guys want to play for?
I got time.
Up to you, mate.
Another hour?
I've still got a bit of time. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need to know the pacing for this. Okay. So Soul flies and communicates to you that he can't find anything other than a pile of bodies.
Oh.
More bodies. More chances for gold.
Can we just look through the boat at this point for the gold?
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Okay,
Do I find any?
you climb up on the boat, which also has a convenient ramp that can be pulled out, as though to load supplies on from a horse and cart. And you find at the front of the ship a small compartment that when you open, there's a small bag of gold 50 gold pieces.
50. Oh, I'm fine with that.
Motherfucker spent 3 third level spells for 50 gold.
Which you could have just found anyway. And no, you don't find the flail.
And 2 third level.
Bro, if these guys had that flail, they wouldn't have died.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a deja vu.
Have you shared the info that of the corpses further away?
Sorry?
Did Shiloh tell us about the corpses somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we check it out then? Maybe
It's
there's like
just a
some other
bunch of
stuff.
corpses, probably the same as these guys.
But why are they all the way over there though?
Oh yeah, how far is it?
About 1,000 feet.
Holy shit! That. I mean, we should make that in like 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, it won't take long at all.
Let's just check it out. It's barely out of the way.
Okay. So you guys walk over, you see what Sol describes as just a pile of corpses. They all vaguely resemble the corpses that you saw in front of the boat. However, as you begin to inspect, you do see one member of that pile that seems to be more important, as if like a captain or something. They have slightly ornate armor, which has mostly been stripped away. And I'll run off that 17 investigation check you did. These people were obviously taken away and somewhat questioned about where they can find all of their hidden treasure and stuff, and it seems like none of them gave it up. How far investigating do you want to check these corpses? Method of death and stuff, or are you just not bothered?
I could do that. Do you want to question these? Because I still have 1 level spell slot left.
Where anyone that wants to
It's
check,
your magic, man.
anyone that wants to check how they died without the spell, make a medicine check for me.
Let me see. I'll do a medicine check.
Okay.
I'll do it if.
23 and a 20.
Whatever.
Well, kind of wading through some of the bodies, you see a few methods of death. Some were strangled and you can see abrasions that don't seem like someone would have been strangled and then killed. They were strangled, allowed to breathe, strangled, allowed to breathe, strangled for probably a whole day. There were also cuts along all of the bodies, as if someone was inflicting tiny wounds just to be a cunt. You notice stains around most of the men's pelvises, as well as fractures. You also notice that one member is currently splayed up as though an ornament. Their back has been cut along the spine, their skin flayed out on pikes as their ribs were removed while what seems like they were alive.
Fucking hell, Lewis.
Can he stay alive through that?
Yes.
You researched this?
Yep.
I mean, flaying is
Called
a thing.
It's called Blood Eagle in Viking culture.
Nice.
And supposedly, in Viking culture, if you scream while it's happening to you or make any noise, you won't be allowed into Valhalla.
Oh,
So
so
you-
I guess no one knows it.
You
Fuck
have to
Valhalla, man.
you have to take that and not peep a word. You just have to take it. Oh.
It's just a really awful way of bullying. Oh no, you can't scream, otherwise you won't go to Valhalla.
Oh, also, we're cutting open your back and pulling your ribcage out.
Yeah, I think we've passed the threshold of bullying and gone to torture now.
Oh, these
Yep.
these guys were raped and tortured
Fucking hell.
before they were brutally murdered.
Well, shit, now I really want to give Maylor some food.
Before this happens to you?
We probably got some bandits, right?
Yeah.
Do we see any other tracks leaving from here?
No, too much time has passed.
Okay.
You can tell by like the various states of the corpses that like it's been some time.
Does anyone have any questions for the captain? No?
Not really.
Should we go back to the boat then?
Yeah, let's head out, bro.
Alright.
Okay. Guys, get to the boat. Climb on top. Luckily you have Gimbek who can just push the boat into the ocean. Now, do any of you know how to sail a boat? And do any of you know where you're going?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that was rhetorical because I know the answer. Okay, what would you like to do? Gimbek pushes the boat into the ocean and you are now floating on water.
Where to?
There is
Where I go?
there is a sail, there are also oars.
Where I go?
You were told that
Fuck's sake.
Fanef is east of Kanto.
We can go east, right? Which way is the wind blowing?
Northeast.
Okay, so we can kind of...
We can
Kinda-
tell the direction, I suppose.
Angle it.
Yeah, use the sun. You're like, okay, it's like evening time, so it's setting in the west, so that's west. Have west on my left, that's north. Wind's blowing that way. It's kind of northeast, that means that's east. You got 2 rangers with you, you can't get lost.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You always know your
Then-
north and south.
The Nat 1 isn't boding well, though.
Yeah, so yeah,
I
get
mean,
back.
for
What,
sure.
what are you doing? You're just rolling without telling me. What's going on? What is that?
That was Gimbek trying to get back on the boat.
The boat is slowly drifting his way as Gimbek, you realize you don't know how to swim.
Gimbek knows how to swim.
Gimbek don't know how to swim.
What
Not
will
with a
we
nat
ever
1 and you
do?
not telling me what's happening. Gimbek don't know how to swim.
I was trying to climb on the boat.
Who
It-
is gonna
It is
help him?
drifting too far out as you are now fighting to stay afloat. As you guys all like...
I'll throw out my rope.
Gimbek, you managed to grab hold of the rope in your frenzy of trying to stay afloat. And it takes all of you to pull Gimbek up onto the ship.
You just said that because I was making a fucking horrendous noise.
Maylord just stands there and watches though.
I do.
Hello, if you're gonna feed Awful first. go
Yeah,
ahead.
probably should help us with your extra vampire powers, you know.
If you're gonna feed off of us, pull your own weight. That's what you're saying, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab my food.
Did we?
Meanwhile, figure out how you're gonna traverse this. You asked me a question before I go. Yeah.
Do we have any inkling of how many days of seafaring it'll take to get to Finesse?
You don't.
That sucks.
Figure out how you're gonna pilot the boat. I'll be right back.
Okay, I think can rig up the sail, kind of tilt it eastward, and then also roll.
Google how to sail a Viking longboat right now.
Google. Like you can think that We can row in turns, right? We can do 2 at a time.
Well, I don't know what the boat is.
Don't know what a boat is.
Yep, I
You
just see
found
it.
the boat, didn't you?
Fuck
Oh
off.
no, Gimbek found the boat.
I mean,
Well, guess what? I was trying to Google it and my internet cut out.
That's Lewis messing with your internet.
Yeah,
Trying to
Cruz
cheat.
is just like outside of your house right now.
Yeah.
He's inside your house.
Wait, if my internet is not working, how am I talking? What the fuck?
See, I told you.
He wants you to stay in the D&D session. We can't play the game.
D&D only.
Nothing else.
It's making sure
Guys,
you
should we hire like sailors? Go to Clover and hire sailors? Is that what we're supposed to do?
could.
we could do that, yeah.
Okay,
Have
let's
them-
row.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
row the boat along the beach. Get to Clover, and like bring some sailors over. You know?
Are you sure that's a good idea to trust other people with this? I mean, if we pay them well, I think we could do it.
We're gonna pay them.
How much could a sailor really cost?
So we've got plenty of money, man.
Yeah, I mean, Cinder Boss can just contribute, himself.
Okay, so are we agreed we're going to Clover to hire some sailors?
Who's spending the money?
You're spending
All
the
of
money.
us are. Okay? It's a group effort.
Is it?
How much money?
Why is a 16-year-old guiding the party? Help.
Because
Anybody.
that's always the way.
He's not guiding it. Just
You're just the
Yeah.
smartest one in the group right now.
not smart. He's just dumb. aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just not dumb, you know? I'm not even smart.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
in
just
this
not dumb.
in this group, it's a pretty low benchmark.
What's Frumple's plus to intelligence?
Hey?
What's
Yeah.
Frumple's intelligence mod?
Don't know. I know. Okay, let me check. Lost my phone. On my phone.
Okay, while she does that, what's the plan?
Gonna hire sailors.
From where?
Yeah.
Well,
We
Clover,
go
we're
find
gonna-
sailors in Clover.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do
We're gonna
Yeah, we
hire
row the
them.
boat along the beach towards
Plus-
Clover.
plus
Get
one.
there and hire some sailors back. Oh, +1. That's the. Oh no, that's one higher than Shylock. So you're just smart. You just don't let other people know it. I respect it.
Yes, other people. Oh.
Let me just consult my map. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. As you guys begin rowing the boat, Shylock, Sol gets your attention and turns you towards the left of the side of the boat. I forget what's port and whatnot.
Port is left.
Turns you over to the port, and in the distance, you can see 2 islands that are separate. They're about 3 days on the ocean separate. You're about 4 days traveling out, but you can see what looks like Fenef.
Really?
Yeah, it's not that
It's
far out.
visible from the other continent. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that far out. You just couldn't see from where you were because of, like, mountains and shit. You were in kind of an alcove.
Do we want to brave this, guys? Up to you.
Let's fucking go.
It's not like open ocean. You know, it's not
Yeah, it's like the English Channel or something.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, like how I can see France on a clear day.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Listen, guys.
I'm gonna need one person to be appointed kind of like not leader but captain of this vessel.
By myself.
Yeah, gotta be one of the rangers.
I'm gonna need you to make an intelligence check with advantage because you're being helped by the whole crew.
Thank you, crew, for believing in me.
Well, they're rowing the boat. Beautiful.
You have advantage.
And roll again.
Yeah.
Just in case you get higher.
Are you growling, Frenchie? What are you doing?
So I was playing with my dog.
Oh, okay.
Why are you growling at your dog? Anyway. So you, after about a day on sea, you start figuring stuff out and you manage to let the mast down and figure out how to turn it so that you're able to use some of the wind to push you along. That cuts your journey about a day. Takes about a day off your journey. Maylor, because you recently fed, you're good for the 4 days, but as you guys approach for Neff, you start to get a little bit hungry again.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go and find myself.
Yeah.
Some fish.
I really think it's gonna be fish.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
Gimbek.
I'm gonna
I
go
think there's no
fishing.
fucking manatees. I still no fucking manatees.
Yes.
When they're all talking about like Maylor feeding, you're like, man, I could really use some blood right now.
Okay. I eat some moss bread.
It does not satiate the hunger.
Guys,
Uh,
I want some blood.
okay.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Because Maylor's on blood doesn't mean you have to be on blood. Oh my god.
Okay. Sorry.
Gimbek,
I have a
try to be
brilliant idea.
original.
Maylor, you drink Gimbek. Gimbek, you drink Maylor.
Not really.
That is not going to help.
Why not?
Why not?
He drinks, he's fine. You drink, you're fine.
I mean, Gimbek's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we could try it.
Okay.
Gimbek,
trying.
Okay.
Gimbek, you don't have fangs yet.
Well, I have like orcs have like pretty big teeth.
Oh
Anyway.
yeah, you have tusks.
That's more. I try and like.
I don't know about those teeth of yours, big guy.
So is Gimbek going first?
Yes.
I'll go first. No, Maylo goes first.
Which is
Who
awkward.
goes first?
Oh, okay. No, you go. But no, I'll go. Oh, okay.
You could play Boulder Parchment Shears.
Who wants to start first?
Let's
Or
do
maybe you
boulder
guys could
parchment shears. We could do boulder parchment shears. Let's do it.
Okay, instead of doing that, we're gonna play 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1 beats 2, 2 beats 3, 3 beats 1. Please, both of you, put a number between 1 to 3 in the chat right now. Don't fucking roll a die. Put a number in the chat. 1, 2, or 3. Don't send it yet. Let me know when you're both ready.
Okay.
1,
I'm ready.
1, 2, or 3. I'm waiting for Harry to pick a number.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right.
A proper think about this one.
3, 2, 1. Post. 2 beats 3.
Yeah.
Gimbek goes first.
Okay.
Gimbek. When you bite into Melo, it fucking hurts because he doesn't have fangs, so he can't like pierce you.
Ow!
It just like kind of numbs at you. You realize this isn't really working except for causing Melo extreme pain, but you do make her bleed. However, the blood tastes foul.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Nam, look away.
Disgusting, you're disgusting.
Oh my god, Gimbek. You hurt me.
You are
Did it work for the hunger though?
Owie. So now I bite Gimbek.
Okay, you bite Gimbek, and what would it taste like? I mean, orcs are based off pigs, so I guess.
Haha, orcs aren't. Hello.
That's haram.
Shouldn't be halal anyway.
I didn't realize that human beings were halal. That's cool.
I know human beings aren't either.
No, human beings are the only thing that's haram in like any situation, like because you're starving, you can eat pig, but you can't eat human.
Okay, well, religious moral obligations, I guess, aside, or requirements. I don't quite know the word for it.
Back on the menu, boys.
You drink some of Gimbek's blood, and it tastes like bacon. Or how you would assume bacon tastes
like.
How you would assume
I
it
feel
tastes.
like it will taste really salty.
It's very salty, quite fatty.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like it.
But it satiates it satiates your hunger.
Why do orcs taste good and like half elves taste bad? What's up with that? Fuck you.
Yeah, discrimination.
It's just everyone, has like different tastes.
No. Make an intelligence check if you want to figure it out. It's not the DM being racist.
It is.
Nope.
Well, the DM did mention his dislike for
elves.
Elves.
Yeah, but okay, Frumple, you think about it. Maelor, now being a full-fledged vampire, is considered undead, which means her blood is not that of the living, which a vampire needs.
Well, that sucks.
Share this with the group, I guess.
I
I will for DM being racist.
That's not right. How's that racist?
Vampires.
Against vampires.
As well.
You're undead.
I thought the idea would work because they're both mortal creatures and like shit. We just wasted orc blood now.
Technically,
no, we just waste half of blood. Sorry.
Technically, Maelor isn't mortal because she's undead.
She's immortal now? What the fuck?
She's undead.
I'm gonna make a fucking cross.
Wait, immortal doesn't mean unkillable.
Correct.
No, it doesn't mean unkillable.
Can't die of natural
You can still
causes.
kill me, but can't die of natural causes. So I drink from Gimbek, right?
Yeah, and because Gimbek's not
I'm
fully
dead.
vampire yet, he's still immortal. Amortal.
Okay, that's cool. Thanks, Gimbek.
I guess we have to fish for Gimbek though.
Yeah, Gimbek, you're still hungry.
Gimbek doesn't fucking need blood, Shylock. Why are you so
Too hungry.
Eat some moss bread.
It doesn't work. Also, I'm getting pretty tired.
Like Harry or
Harry.
okay.
1 o'clock.
We'll expedite this. Get you guys to the Republic of Dave, because there's something that I want to hint at for tomorrow's session. So we'll say you guys do some spearfishing, get Gimbek some fish for him to drink, and you guys make it to the port in the Republic of Dave. While there, loading up or unloading, you see a boat across from you, and it marks you as interesting because of one person in particular who's helping load the boat. There's a dragonborn with black scales and a black robe who Frumples, Maylor, and Shubnum instantly recognize
The fuck?
as Buddy Snuggles, otherwise known as Mirada Mortal, is alive and currently packing a boat. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Guys.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. I am. Oh,
He's alive this whole entire time.
fucking Merida.
This motherfucker got teleported and you just said he died? What? That's not.
Yep, there was no evidence of his death, but they were like, oh, he's dead now.
But there's also no evidence of him being alive.
He was alive. Yeah, we didn't know he was alive either.
There was no
You guys
evidence
just
of him.
left him.
I mean, the logical conclusion was that he was
Didn't
dead.
show any signs of life.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, they didn't have a body and he didn't come back. So what were they supposed to do?
No, he disappeared into the thing.
Yeah.
Into the dark magic thing.
He's also traveling with two companions. Before we end.
Right.
How do they look like?
Oh my god, who did that? Are they?
One of them is a human who just looks like a normal dude, but they seem to be like talking. Just looks like a normal guy.
Diego.
Okay.
Nice.
And you know what? Fuck it.
Oh shit.
Cinch your boss.
Yeah.
You see your brother.
Oh, fuck.
That is where we're going to officially end.
No. No.
Oh wow.
Wait, I bet Buddy Snuggles has the fucking flail and his brother has the other part of the sword. Dude.
We know that his brother has the other half of the sword, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
This is an upgrade stop, you know?
You know, Buddy Snuggles actually does have a flail.
Oh, he's been upgrading his flail all this time.
Wink.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Little funny story.
Shit.
Buddy tried to chuck the flail into Astria's sword.
Oh, what?
Look, it's like yeah, look, you've got half a sword here. Look, flailing it. You don't remember?
Oh, yeah. Remember.
Tried to merge them together.
Yeah,
Yeah, didn't work.
that was fun.
So I hope you guys enjoyed today's session.
Oh, yeah. That was
Really
fun.
great.
Yup.
How could you end it like this for me?
Very, very lore heavy. I knew where I wanted to end today's session. I was just worried, like how far I'd have to push it. But that felt right. Whatever. It happened now, so.
Why do you have an interdimensional Black Knight hunting us, man? That's not cool.
All will be revealed. Oh, I get to do my outro. I haven't done my outro for forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Will the guys ever find out why Deimos is following them? Will they ever find out why Mirada and Sintrabos's brother is here on a random island called Fanef in a place called the Republic of Dave? Will they ever find out why it's called the Republic of Dave? Find out next time on The Chaos Campaign. Alright, thank you all for watching. Bye, Twitch.